He's hit it. Okay.
Here we going.
Hello, welcome back to another Red Markets AP. This is brought to you by our patrons like Amda Harp, Blacklist OG, Call Me Zed, Carlos, Dragon, Ferris, Fightless Icebird, Jeremy Vasquez, JDV 9000, Just to the Fate, Jonathan Sandoval, Legendary Boss Hunter, Liam Kessler, Regent Raptor, Rogue Robin, Trevor, Shumpire, some guy named Bob, and Ryan the Crow. Thank you very much for your support. And so we keep going. All right. As usual, we continue to learn game on fly. Thank you, whoever came up with this GM screen. It's very handy.
It's very handy. Thank you.
Because we were actually wondering about the level of increasing stuff, but this spells it out very plainly. Also, you do not hear Dallas Barron on the microphone. He had some last minute obligations come up. Says that should be his last for a foreseeable future, but we'll see.
I think he did mention, like he said, like week after next, he'd be completely free.
Yeah.
So
barring, this week was I think still up in the air, but barring health, he should be free for a while. So we'll go back to our usual schedule of things. But basically, we can handle this pretty easily. Baron probably gets pulled in to do some spec work for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he is a specialist, so it does happen sometimes, even with takers. As a computer tech, he might get pulled in to do something else. It'll be enough bounty to cover his breakpoint, his survival issues.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously he's not going over the fence, so his gear doesn't need to be as highly maintained, so he will handle himself. This means that technically, whatever job you guys end up picking up, you'll get a bigger share of the pie. But now you are lacking the Baron's specialty skills.
Like shotgun.
He replaced that anyway.
Yeah, I think he sold that for a handgun to be a little leaner, but yeah. But, his on the job, other than his flightiness, his shooting, scavenging, and sneaking were actually quite useful, and he was very handy with the electronics elements as well, so, you just have to get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
But that means it's time to do vignettes, because we'll fire it up. And obviously, technically, you guys can hypothetically skip vignettes if you don't have any humanity to heal. It does actually explicitly say right here that skipping a vignette does not force you to increase your needy scale on your dependent.
Mm-hmm.
So you just don't heal the damage.
I would like to start off saying I will be skipping my vignette. I have no humanity damage at the moment.
All right.
Same.
Your dependent is
Kathy.
Oh, I'm in the wrong sheet. Yes. All right.
I don't have any humanity damage either. So.
Oh wow. Okay. I really need to pick up my job. That's kind of missing.
There was like 1 or 2 times we just passed
some
them.
side quests or some to explain to everybody at home.
Mm-hmm.
There's basically 3 types of vignette. So there's engage with your community, cope, and bear the burden, also called support, I think, on the GM sheet here. Engage is just you hang out with your dependent and answer a question about your community. For instance, a hypothetical, if we went to Crow and he wanted to do an engage vignette, we would probably be asking like, hey, where do you Latents go to relax? Like you're isolated from the rest of the community. What does a date with your girlfriend look like? And that doesn't have to like get into any big RPing hurdles, but it still sheds details. Cope is basically the like intrinsic aspect of healing humanity damage. And so if you guys don't have any, it makes especially sense we don't do any of these.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, one of the other players role plays one of your dependents of your choice. You just have a nice, relaxing scene with them. And I, as the market forces, basically role play your PTSD as you try and get over whatever humanity damage it is that you are healing by seeing your dependents. And then the last is support, which is the truly archetypal scene, which is your dependent comes to you with a problem that you have to solve either through skill checks or by finding them stuff. For instance, hypothetically, if Baron was here, he might end up doing a bear or support vignette where his, daughter isn't doing so good in school. She needs, a specific book to get caught up on materials, or one of the other children at the class had, actual honest-to-God Crayola crayons, and now she looks like a dork, so daddy has to fix that. And, go through all that rigmarole. But if you guys are unharmed, you don't have to actually get in with your dependents.
I do have to ask a question. For for supports, are those like basically like sub-objectives in a job, or
Yes.
Okay.
And they're not always like an objective you do out in the field. Sometimes it might just be role playing or skill checks in the vignette.
Mhm.
But if your dependent needs something physically, that's like a little extra thing you got to set aside. It is mostly character building, and obviously sometimes that sort of thing can lead you, more risk equals more reward, can lead you to new finds, but obviously they are your dependents, so sometimes they are a bit of a drag, but you get to heal humanity.
I kind of want to try one, but
I have an idea for one, but I'm not sure.
I'm assuming
know.
that you can't heal humanity once you've broken
Yeah, no,
that
you
level's
can't get your
broken.
reliever humanity
Yeah,
back.
I didn't think so.
No. You're permanently a little cuckoo.
Yep.
I mean, if we're still getting into it and you guys don't have anything to heal, we're still loosey goosey. We can continue to, like I said,
yeah,
you don't.
for this
It
one,
says here, right here, you don't have to do them, and it does not affect your relationship if you skip.
yeah,
Which
for
means
right
next time
now
I
at
gotta make
least,
sure to.
I will skip. I'll double down on my skip. I think it would be good to get some stuff out there, but
We're still figuring out
yeah.
the system balance and stuff. So we'll see it next time probably. That just means I gotta make you roll more self control checks.
Oh no.
But all right. So in that case, it's another day at the job. You guys have, come back, sorted out all your gear, probably spent some time, bettering yourself skill-wise, whether that's like which skill did you actually improve, Axe? That was your stealth?
Yes.
So yeah, that was probably something practical you did. I don't know how, but you spent bounty practically practicing sneaking. Whereas other more intellectual skills, you guys might actually, take a course at the stacks, get in there. But all right, you still have a total of 3 possible jobs. There is still Jace's job, Hunter's Hunted. There is Nurse Camella's job, A Spoonful of Pills, and there is a new job I am calling King of the Pines. That job, is being offered by a gentleman by the name of Leatherman. He is an up-and-comer in the shop department. And basically, we're on that prep work where it says right there in the center of the GM screen, you can use a skill to gather information. You can ask a question.
Oh.
All right.
So, out of character, real quick, has the what was the fucking term?
Equilibrium
of the Nurse Carmilla job changed at all, or do you still know
the
that?
way I'm gonna handle this, because I know for a fact, listening to like old APs and stuff, and playtesting content, there is a point where GMs will usually manually rejigger the equilibrium. I cannot explicitly find that mentioned in the book. Equilibrium is mentioned a lot of times, and I could not track down specific. The way I'm gonna work that is, if you guys want to spend a prep work action to look into the price point again, I will re-roll the equilibrium. Otherwise, it stays where it is unless like a lot. If you guys don't poke it for several sessions because the price is too low, I will just go ahead and re-roll it. But for now, since it's literally the next session, it's not been that long. I will let you guys choose to have the equilibrium be re-rolled if you succeed on a check.
Wasn't the original one 13? I think that's what we found out.
Yes, the equilibrium when you last checked was 13. Demand 10, supply 3.
Well, 13 isn't the worst.
That mostly
Which, by the way,
covers
you
everything.
can see
If
the
we get a
supply
little
demand curve. That's demand is black, supply is red. So that's in scarce.
honestly, considering how much we need to cover ourselves, if we get a little thing on the side as we do the job, we're mostly in the clear.
Well,
but you guys don't know anything obviously about the new job.
We should look at, I'm gonna go find the price of the other job, and then we'll start considering other questions. If that's, I'll try for that.
What skill do you want to use to find the equilibrium of King of the Pines?
Let me just double check what I have available. I kind of want to try networking again.
Okay, roll.
All right.
Roll it out, Home Slice.
Nice.
That's a 9/4.
9/4. All right, yes. You talk to the people you know, and you find out, keeping in mind, once again, you don't know the details of the job. You just know how it pays. The equilibrium for King of the Pines is 17, black 9, red 8.
Oh, okay. we should look into this more. To you guys.
Here's the thing. We have to keep this in mind. Actually, I should
Mhm.
do this in character. We should keep this in mind. Baron's not gonna be here. Yeah, that's more for our pockets. But usually, the more something pays, the more risk it involves.
Which is why you pull some strings and see what you can find out about it before we take it.
We already know about the nurse's job. Yeah, it's not as pretty, but as long as we sweet talk her a bit, we should be able to come out here fairly okay.
True. Honestly,
Technically, I
think
think
it's-
you guys didn't actually succeed in figuring out what the specific contract is, or and you don't know what the competition is for that one.
True.
But
But
know
you guys
the
have to
price,
actually
and
do it, so
you can assume based on the market forces and who is offering it what's needed. But it might be good to figure out exactly what's up.
it's up to you two to figure it.
Well, let's see.
Yes.
What you wanna do?
So we know the nurse job is 13, but the pine job is 17, right? Or is it 18?
Yes,
17 or 18? I can't remember numbers.
it is
17.
17.
That's 17.
All right. So that's a difference of 4. Oh.
Keep in mind, you are, as we said, you brought up Baron's not here. That does mean you only need to split the shares 3 ways. So that
But
would
how it
probably
worked
mean
last
that
time,
I need
'cause-
to
13. By default, that would probably be because your breakpoint isn't accounted to at cost. That would probably be Crow and Halvar get 4, and then Danny gets 5 because he has an extra dependent. He has extra operating cost. But other than that, it's all on y'all's.
Yeah, we start at buyer's market, right?
It was pinned for a reason, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we start buyer's market.
So, for doing the maths, hang on, let me double check here.
Keep in mind, in that case, the demand price of a spoonful of pills is 10. The demand is very high.
Yeah, if we tank it really hard, yeah.
Aren, do you want to go splitsies? Do you want to put in like one? Oh, I don't know about fucking competition.
I feel the competition nurse job is maybe less of a thing, but for the pine one, maybe because it might be
Well,
more.
we don't
Not
know.
sure though.
Remember,
Yeah.
there's risks of being undercut and stuff.
Yeah. Aren, do you wanna double down on one or split up between two? Because I'm a little indecisive myself right now.
Mm,
Because I'm not against for going for the paying job, but I would like if we do that, I like for us to basically like use both. our
Basically,
question-
to clarify how undercutting works, when we get to the very end of the negotiation, assuming you did not do something to deal with the competition, which is what you guys did last time,
Mhm.
we go to the 8th stage undercut. The other crew, whoever they are, offers to do it for 1 rung less than you. Price is Right rules, baby. And then any taker involved in this can make a charisma skill check to avoid it, and then failure, we have to go all the way back to redo the contract phase, or keeping in mind, I don't think you get your prep work actions back, or you have to agree to do it at the lowered price. So it is a potential setback by 1.
Yeah, we were lucky to get hazard pay with the last one. I don't know if I want to risk.
Well, maybe next time we'll actually have more chances to talk.
No
I
guarantee, though. It's
don't-
based on
Yeah.
the natural black.
Yeah. Again,
Yeah.
I think of worst case scenario first and go from there.
I mean, last session was worst case scenario, honestly, for negotiation.
mm.
No,
No.
you succeeded every skill
Oh.
check.
I meant for how long it. I meant for how
Yeah.
the initial.
Also,
leadership
not
check.
true. It could have been 1 round.
Yes.
No
What-
scams.
I thought it was a critical failure. It just doesn't
No,
work out.
it's
Okay.
equal to the. It's actually, is it half the natural black roundup? I think it's half the natural black roundup.
Oh,
So
no,
that
no.
means 1 is still 1.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's see.
Well, I'll follow your lead on this, Aren. Like, if you want to split up our focus between two and see if we can find out something better, or we can find out the particulars and maybe the competition. on one.
The failure result, if you fail in that leadership check, is I roll the rounds in secret, so you don't get to know.
That's stressful.
Let's focus on one of them then.
All right. Would you like to go for the higher risk, would you like to go for a high risk, high reward, or low reward and, well, I know, I guess I'll take, no.
Above average reward.
Yeah, above average reward, probably above average risk.
You're still looking. I mean, yeah, you guys still haven't. Did you even successfully roll which the price of Jace's job is? I don't remember.
Well,
No, you
we-
just know that it's allegedly low.
yeah, so.
Leaning more towards the nurses one.
All right. Well, if you're leaning towards the nurses ones, I will back you on that, brother.
If
So,
the Smith job, if
I
the
would like to go Crow, in his usual his silent, little creepy manner, would like to hang around the Nerfus office and see if he can catch some snippets of conversation of people around the area talking about what this job may be.
Okay, I assume you want to use awareness then.
Yes.
Roll it. And remember, you can tap references for this.
I'm
Not
fine.
that you need to.
That is a 10 over 1.
Jiminy Crimbo. It's about as good as the roll gets. Okay. All right. Yeah. Crow, you just activate your, natural lurking powers and hang around. There's probably like the equivalent of like a needle exchange or whatever. There's a place where like latents can get access to medical gear,
Mhm.
That can stay quarantined. So you just lurk around and listen. And yeah, so the exact nature of the contract is, hey, who could have guessed? The job is that Camilla is booking takers to recover medical supplies, goods, medicine.
Mhm, mhm.
In general, she appears to have found a source where the intent is to gear up with a decent amount of over-the-counter meds, ibuprofen, aspirin, acetaminophen, and basically haul back enough to top off their supplies. And if the source is good, this could be like an ongoing source of medicine for you guys for at least a little while. So yeah, the job is to recover over-the-counter meds.
I mean, I do want people to have their meds.
This is why the supply and this is why I pre-roll supply and demand to figure this shit out. Because yes, guess what? Pain relievers and fever reducers, very important. They keep people on their feet and working, and help them manage minor injuries and diseases. I don't really think that anything other than aspirin having some benefits for your heart health. I don't think that like ibuprofen or acetaminophen save a lot of people's lives, but they keep the work flowing and they are constantly in use because those pills last a long time. If they stay in that little bottle with a little seal, I did a lot of research for this. I believe it was like in the 90s or the 2000s. The army did a double check on like how long do all our medicines last, and they were like pulling pill bottle samples from like the 70s and earlier that were still good.
Wow.
Like the potency isn't exactly powerful, but 5 years on, sealed bottles should still be very good, and it's possible these things last decades while still being efficacious. So this shit is important.
That shit is important. All right. Well, we now officially know what the job is. Getting pills.
Pills here.
Pills here.
All right,
Alright,
so
I
then,
one action left.
competition.
yeah, competition. Let's see. I will. Halvar will go drinking wherever all the takers kind of drink and outlast a bunch of them so we can hopefully hear someone blab when they're drunk about what jobs everyone's doing.
Oh man,
Oh.
that sounds like a great way to get rid of competition too. Just drink them under the table.
Yes, that'll be a resistance check, and also yes, keep that in mind for later.
You can probably roll resistance to get rid of them.
This is the kind of creative prep work and scams I'm here for. A lot of people just roll criminality to break in everywhere. No. This man's gonna roll resistance to outdrink people.
Yeah.
That's
Alright.
7/3.
All right, yeah, no. You drink up, you know, dig a little into your future expenses here. Obviously, you don't have to pay anybody right now, but there's only so much. You might have to go a little lighter on your beer ration in later parts of of this month or week or
I just think it
however
also
rent
probably
works.
hits very hard anyway.
Um, but yeah, no, you get people down and you're asking about other people, and oh, it's very easy to get these guys smashed. You hear that the group looking to take on this job is the New Kids Club. They are a relatively new taker crew. They were just founded this season. All of their members are just barely old enough to hit whatever the age cutoff in the enclave is to like go from doing like whatever kids work is to adult work, you know?
Field work.
So they're probably
Yeah.
like 17 or 18. So the New Kids Club, they're very enthusiastic. They're very well educated on the theory of a lot of post-crash skills. They're not really packing a lot of experience or gear. In fact, you might get them pointed out to you in whatever passes for the like Taker Saloon. And they're just probably another 4 or 5 little bundle of kids in flannels and torn up scavenged jackets, ripped blue jeans, scavenged hiking boots. With most of them just have their fresh backpacks on their back.
They don't even got
That
any.
one kid has Ubik specs.
They don't at least have like fucking crowbars or like rebarb or something. Like, ugh.
Well,
So
you have to go over
gnarly.
the
They
fence
don't-
to get that shit.
True.
Also,
Yeah.
I mean, they won't be wearing their. I actually, again, we haven't fully established all their stuff, but I'm pretty sure you don't necessarily go like obviously packing around the campus.
Or you probably have that in
Because
boxes.
you've had
Yeah.
some ruckusing in the past around town, so it's probably open carry is probably discouraged, especially when alcohol is involved, and that might be just like proprietor's rules.
Check weapons at the door. It's another thing.
Probably less. It's probably like less
You don't-
frowned
you
upon
don't
in the
call
taker
it-
area, but everywhere else, yeah.
Well, in the tanker
Alright.
camp, I'm pretty sure everyone is just open fucking carrying because people are fucking coming and going.
When you're in the job fair, you're probably packing, but again, wherever you go to like drink and booze up and relax would absolutely be the kind of place where like, no. You do not get to
Probably-
combine gun plus booze.
They probably very specifically did not put the bar at the job fair.
No, that's
And
probably that's probably somewhere in the home ec area.
And thinking in general, like, because the job fair is where takers hang out and like you guys have business meetings and take jobs and coordinate stuff, and that's also where a lot of your merchants hang out, whether they're local or they're traders coming in. So that's the kind of place where like you do business out there, and then you get invited deeper into the enclave to relax and spend money, buy food and hooch.
Yeah.
All right, but there you go. That's all your prep works. So, well, it's a rotation. So, who would like to play your fixer this time? Who is Wesson this week?
I'll go.
Whose
be
dice
Wesson.
feel the hottest? All right,
I'll be Wesson.
all right. This would be done in person because you're actually doing, the job at your enclave. Leatherman is, a big up and comer in the shop department, so you probably go down there. Wesson
thought we were
gets
doing the
all his
Camilla
gear
job.
together.
Yeah, we're doing.
Oh, you're the Camilla job, right? I'm dumb. There's Camilla infirmary.
Yeah.
That is also again same thing. You go down to Nurse Camilla. She is a up and coming is the wrong word. She is a senior member of infirmary, the understaffed nursing department.
Mhm.
Probably a shoe-in for next faculty head.
Oh,
Um,
get on her good side.
you guys would all know she's a former nursing student who happened to be from the area around Evergreen. So naturally, when the crash happened, she came back to this area and ended up pulled here. So she does not have like an office, but probably is able to block out one of the exam rooms for a business meeting. So she is probably still on the 20-somethings age range. Wearing probably like just scavenged scrubs that have been patched a couple of times. You've got fabric from a couple different patterns on it, she's got surgical gloves on. Her hair is kind of done professionally, back behind her head. Kind of, I'm imagining, brown hair, a little bit of a tan or caramel side skin. You know, shakes Weston's hand. Mr. Weston, come right this way.
Let's see. How did Dallas do this? I don't know if I can do that.
It was a southern
Little
drawl.
bit Texan.
Yeah, I don't know. Hang on. I don't know if I can. No, I always. Let me see.
You always get a little bit cockney.
I always get a little bit cockney. Well, I say, I think I can. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hand up that southern gentleman, but I think
Go
I
for
can
it.
do it. Well, I say, Miss Carmel, it is a pleasure to meet you.
Well, it'll be a pleasure to get the work done. It's obviously very busy around here.
That it is. You'll be happy to know that I have just found a crew to take on your job and very willing to do it. A crew of highly skilled individuals, I might add.
Yeah, it's you represent, well, among others, the golf club, right? They just came back off that big run from Mariners.
That they did. They're already looking for good work. They did a fantastic job on that one, and I'm pretty sure they'll bring that skill right to yours as well.
All right, let's roll up that leadership. Remember, he has +1 on this currently.
I am playing this man very hammy for some odd reason.
Is that right?
Is that a crit failure?
Is it odds or evens that are... wait, I got the sheet for this.
That's a success.
Is odds success?
That was
I thought
even.
it was, where's the total? I thought it was the total.
No, it's
No.
it's whether
Never
you roll
mind.
doubles, evens, or don't. It's not actually on the sheet.
Let me check.
Oh.
I wish you could reroll that now. Damn.
Well, so remember, he has a point of will, so you could turn it to a regular failure, which just means I roll the runs in secret. If it's a crit failure, the sway moves down 1 automatically, and I roll the runs in secret.
Well, let's double check. Is it odds or crit failures?
It was because every time you rolled double ones, remember?
All right.
Criticals. Here we go.
Oh.
Criticals, rolling a natural double. So yes, critical successes occur on natural, even doubles, critical failure on natural odd doubles, 1s, 3s, 5s, 7s, 9s, etc.
This is great. Yeah, we're gonna spin that will because let's just go with a normal failure.
Okay, so I know how many rounds there are. You guys do not. But remember, if you happen to get really up there, one of the things you can as a negotiator do is call it. So if the negotiation seems to be going on a little long, you can be like, all right, we're good. Let's get out of here before she can push back. And if you will trust me, you will find out if it is not rapid. But okay, I have rolled it in secret. So she shakes hand. She's got a very firm grip.
Mhm.
Weston is surprised, kind of even in there, and says, yes, of course. All right, so let me go back to the negotiating section.
Do I have this somewhere? That is not the button I wanted to push. Good job, Lucky.
All right, so we start the negotiation round. She technically won the leadership check, so she speaks first. And remember, because we got into this, the client automatically succeeds and pushes 1, basically.
Mm-hmm.
They can waste 1 to get a spot, but Weston doesn't have spots, so that's pointless. It's all push all the time.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay. I was just double checking if there's any other. Well, technically, she has a special spot we can do as well, but I don't think Camilla's in a position to give you guys gifts. But all right, so she goes first, and so she shakes hand and kind of like circles around the scavenge exam table you guys have got in here, kind of leans on it and says, all right, Mr. Wesson, I understand, I'm sure you're aware of the outline of the job, but basically, I want to reiterate how important this is, how necessary it is to our enclave. I believe that I have found through my research untainted's not the word, but a secured warehouse site for value drug pharmacies. Now, obviously, it's not going to be in perfect condition, but there should be a high level of over-the-counter medications, and I would like to emphasize how much it is very necessary we get these materials. The infirmary is constantly under pressure and using these. And I would like to point out that your own members have benefited. I do believe Mr. Barron, your computer hacker, just recently got treated with some painkillers and gauze for a bullet wound he got in his last job. So that's her push down,
Mm-hmm.
as she's I don't know if that's really intimidation per se, but definitely maybe a bit of a persuasion pushback.
Mhm.
So now, as Wesson, you decide what skill he would roll, and then, role play.
So, we're probably just gonna go with well, it's all +1, but I guess I should ask Wilson's
Flavor-wise.
flavor-wise. So, persuasion.
So the persuasion and deception are basically used to push. If you want to use sensitivity, you could try and find out one of her spots, but you may be better off doing that with scams.
Yeah. Let's go with persuasion. Wesson will stand up a little, look up a little straighter, hook his thumbs in his pockets, like, oh, don't you worry. I definitely know how necessary it is, and we want to impress that upon the boys too. But you gotta understand, it's tough over the fence, and everyone's gotta look out for themselves over there. Shoot, one of the boys, Crow, top percent scavenger, can always find something out of nothing. If he doesn't have the necessary incentive, he might just find himself. Well, actually, this might be intimidation. He might find himself here taking a little bit longer to get to the site and get back. Especially if he doesn't feel like he's getting paid enough for the job. Now, you wouldn't want that, now would you? This might be intimidation, actually, or persuasion. I don't know.
Yeah, roll persuasion actually, because it seems like or it could be you could fluff it as deception. You're basically
I'm just glad
lying
all these are
that the boys
+1.
don't need this as much as they need. Intimidation, it seems, is mostly used to you can use it to block the clients from learning your spots. That doesn't seem to matter. You
Well-
can use it in terms of, except for leadership, to also close out early.
Well, it's a 6.
And-
It's a 6 under 8, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Damn.
All right, okay. So that just means you do not move this way. She is unswayed.
Oh no.
So you guys stay at buyer's market. She moves down to 100% markup. It's time for scams. Remember, each one of you only has one scam. You can still use references on some scams, but who would like to be scamming? Because there's a few things you can do.
I'm
You
thinking.
can try and drive up the price. You can try and learn her spots, so you can guarantee movement. And
How does
you
price
can also-
manipulation work?
Okay. It's that. So price manipulation, increase the value of the contract, adds the natural black value of a successful skill check. So basically, and the chart lets you know like what you can do to move the price. You see under scarce, for instance, secure goods, provide services, or eliminate the competition. Basically, one of you goes out into the street and does something that either you claim that you have already secured the medical goods so that you can drive up the price value. You scare off people from alternate supplies of medicine, etc. Whatever role playing wise works for you to just manipulate the price. And I will double check in the core book how it works, but I think you can adjust either the supply or the demand. So, yeah, price manipulation. Alter the equilibrium, determines the initial black and red determine the quadrants. You make a final dice check. Success adds a number value equal to the natural result of your black. Critical 6 maxes it. You only go to 11. And then they've got some examples. Puncture holes in the jug storing water reserve, decreasing supply to increase demand. Secure a hiding spot for the salvage generators off-site, creating an artificial scarcity to keep demand constant. Preach about the coming apocalypse, driving up the demand for guns. Spread internet propaganda, decreasing the competition who want to take your job.
Quick question: if I was to spread a rumor that there's a sickness going around, or that a lot of our meds are expiring soon, what kind of check would that be? Would that be deception?
Probably.
And information gathering. Does that have to is that gonna require like some sort of social check on ours, or can we find out, are we gonna find something like can I do Crow's habit of just hanging out somewhere and listening to maybe her coworkers talk about her?
Yeah, no, I think that works to lurk. I mean, that might be better by using stealth.
Oh, stealth or awareness, those are good. But again, Crow's not the good at talking, but he is good.
Basically looking at it because it says tail, width, and then use sensitivity. You could also probably just use awareness to or some stuff. Remember, every client has basically they have their phrased to the same 3 spots as you have: a weak spot, a soft spot, a tough spot.
Mm-hmm.
A client's weak and soft spot are always the same. The tough spot is based on the job, so that is specific to the job only. So if Nurse Camilla recurs, her weak spot and soft spot stay the same.
So I would like Crow would like to, again, he's already been hanging out in the infirmary. He'll continue hanging out, and he's gonna listen, trying to eavesdrop on some of Nurse Carmilla's coworkers and see if because Nurse Carmilla right now is blocked up in a meeting. If people are gossiping about her.
Sure. All right. Roll stealth first to see if you can successfully be close to these people because you are a latent.
I am latent.
Close physical proximity is not encouraged, even if you are all bundled up.
Should I read that right? No.
Unless you want to pop a will.
This early. Yeah, I'll reverse those numbers. 8, so it'll be fucking 11 over 1.
All right. Then roll awareness to see if you actually hear anything actionable.
That's 2d20. That is not how we do it.
No, that'll get some very weird results.
Also,
4 under 17, yeah.
It's tied. And ties
10,
go to the
10,
market.
yeah.
Ties go to the market. Yep.
God! Why?
You hear some gossip. Unfortunately, none of it appears to be good for a spot.
Okay.
You're stealthing, you're listening in, but nobody in the period around the meetings she's taking. Non-linear time games.
Literally, if I not rolled a 10, I would have succeeded. You sons of bitches.
So, yeah. All right. New round of negotiation. She goes first again.
Mm-hmm.
And, is going to keep on pressing. And basically says, yeah. I understand. Obviously, Crow's pretty good. Obviously, we've seen Danny in here before. But you got that Halvar guy, and I don't even know, what does he do on the squad? I know he used to be a fenceman, but, does he just poke guys with his spear? That doesn't seem very cost-effective. Plus, I think, isn't Baron blocked up in some stuff right now? Are you assuring me that I don't want to pay a 4-man crew price for a 3-man crew job? So she's gonna push down, basically calling to are you even operating on all cylinders here?
We're already at the bottom now because if she's pushed twice already.
No, she starts at the red up there. She moved down to hazard pay.
Yeah.
Come on, it's not rocket science. Literally, It says provider start here, client start here.
Yeah, red goes down, we go up, and then when we meet at the middle, and then we fucking beam clash.
Yeah, and then push. Yes, you guys are still at buyer's market, which technically means if you... there's some stuff about meeting in the middle. I think if you called it right here and rolled the heads up, if you succeed, you move to her spot. But still, the risk is if you fail, she moves down to your spot, and then you're really fucked.
Yeah. Wes and harump silently. It's like, well, I see you don't know Halvar right now. That boy is big and strong, can carry Baron's load and then some. Like, you're gonna want someone on like your team if you want to completely load up on the meds on the immediate. It's like, actually, what's
Strength 3.
No. What's what's Danny's strength?
It's 1. Like, it's
Yeah.
equivalent to
Yeah,
Aren.
I think yeah, Baron. Yeah, no. Halvar by himself is stronger than Danny and Baron combined. Crow got a little muscle to him, but still outstripped by Halvar. No, you're gonna want Halvar on your team, on the team. So I'm gonna roll that.
Yep. I'll roll your persuasion. We pray the dice go the other way.
Save me. Okay.
There it is.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So
6.
10 over 6.
Okay. So you guys go up 1. You're now at value.
Yay.
It's time for another scam. Crow's used up his scam.
Yep.
What are you guys doing? Keep in mind, I pointed this out. Each equilibrium value is capped at 10 unless you crit succeed. Then it goes to 11. So you cannot make the demand any higher if you're thinking of manipulating the price. You would have to do something like role playing wise about the supply.
Honestly, what I could... It's that, or it's like... The options
I mean, you
are
can also still gather intelligence.
I mean, I can also drink the competition under the table.
Yes.
My idea was like, Danny, I think, has enough medical know-how to possibly determine when we get there, he'll know what's actually good and what's still salvageable.
That
Even
it
if
doesn't have
it's
anything
broken.
to do with the manipulating the job price. It has not anything to do with scams.
Yeah,
Right.
no, you gotta.
Yeah.
You either gotta like do as like I said. Either you gotta destroy some meds we have, which I'm not gonna forgive you, by the way.
No, I'm not doing that myself.
Well,
That's
also, like
that's
I
against
said,
my
you
own code.
can't. Yeah, you can't manipulate the demand. So it's the supply. You got to affect your supply and stuff.
Yeah, you gotta like spread some rumors or you know, it's something like that.
Yeah.
I lost my place in the book of where the negotiations are.
I've explained it to you. You can. There's. You're not going to do partner in crime because you can't do this. You don't want to do skill check of the negotiator. You could provide him with a one-time +2 bonus to the thing, but I don't know if that will be really helpful right now. There's discourage competition, price manipulation, or intelligence gathering.
I'll get until then. But
What?
it's probably better if Halvar just gets through the competition.
Okay.
All right, Halvar, are you attempting to discourage competition?
Yes, I will attempt to discourage competition by making them really feel not wanting to go do the job the next morning.
Yeah, roll your resistance again. I'll allow it.
Let's go.
Honestly, they probably think it's pretty cool that Halvar, the weird Viking guy, wants to go drink with them.
Yeah.
They're
There it is.
hungover
Okay.
for the rest
Yes,
of the week.
they are absolutely smashed and cannot attempt to undercut your job. Okay, don't got to worry about that part. All right, it's another round of negotiating. Yes, the negotiation is still ongoing at third round.
Thank God.
All right, so she goes first, and says it to you, and basically she kind of like rubs her temples a little, and is like, okay, I get it. You got away with words, Weston. You're talking up your guys. Everybody is bringing something unique to this experience. And I'm not really out here to make enemies. I'm here to help people, Hippocratic Oath and all that. Never mind, I'm a nurse and not a doctor. Anyway, the simple fact of the matter is we're all really overworked here. We're all trying our best, and we really do need these meds. I mean, demand is an all-time high, okay? So, like, we're really working on this, and so there's only so much that the nursing department can afford to pay, and that's her pushed down.
Mm-hmm.
She is now at labor. And I gotta double check how you guys touching works. Because I think you would push her back 1. That's spots. Yes, you can't ever intersect until the very last end. Okay, and they push according to who has the most sway. So yeah, so if you succeed on this, you would actually push her back one.
Okay.
So yeah, it's your turn to negotiate.
But Weston, tries to take a kind look in his eyes, and smiles gently, and like, "Oh, I understand, Miss Carmilla. Oh, trust me, I do. But over that fence is nothing like the world we have in here. Yeah, there are things out there that would scare the hair right off of you. Why, just coming back from that last job, those boys out there that were sitting on here got attacked by a bear. They ran into some spooks. And so, like, your ass gonna, like, we know you need the demand. But every time you ask them boys to go over the hill to get what you want, you're asking a lot out of them, too. And we only ask that you pay them in kind." I will roll persuasion.
Yeah, roll it up. Statistically, it has to even out.
Give me good money. Give me good money. Give it. Oh.
What?
Nope.
I am no longer going to do negotiation.
Can I just roll for you instead? You can keep talking.
No.
Okay.
No, he's got to roll.
I am
All right,
negotiator
well,
this time.
you don't move.
Nope.
She stays at labor. You stay at value.
God, fuck.
All right. Scam 3, your last scam. If you would want some healthy advice, what you want to be doing is either you want to try and increase the value of the job, and once again, I would like to put there's literally a chart for this in the thing. If you guys can't, because the game even has notes. What do you do if your players want to do scams but don't know what to do? It says right there: secure goods, provide services, or eliminate the competition. So you need to if you want to fuck with the increasing the supply demand curve, you have to do something to take ownership of meds somehow, and ramp up the supply value, or remove other people who are providing meds, etc. Or you could also go ham and try to figure out one of your person's spot, because I'm fairly certain if you get a spot, Lucky can roleplay that out, and that means you for sure will go up +1 no matter what, and if he succeeds on a skill roll, you'll go up +2. So you can get a big push right at the end.
Honestly, I'll go for that.
Okay, all right. What do you want to do? They use examples of networking to check in with buddies, stuff like that.
Did I roll profession doctor for the times I actually helped her out in the infirmary?
It is non-linear, so yeah, I guess that would work. They do say profession skills are possible, so yeah, you can roll that for were you a good enough doctor that she didn't have to chastise you about stuff and you actually talked about things? Sure, go for it.
10 over 9.
Nice.
Well, that's those points come in handy. Okay. All right. Do you want to know her weak spot, her soft spot, or the job's tough spot? So remember, soft spot is your, emotional weakness, heroic flaw type thing. Weak spot is your, if they only say there's that one bad thing about them, that's that one bad thing, and then the tough spot is a job-specific quirk or thing.
I wish I knew the tough spot, but we're not in a position to benefit
Well, the tough spot is just her opinion on the job. It's not that doesn't tell you the complication.
I honestly want her soft spot.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes perfect sense for the skill you rolled. Her soft spot just wants to make friends. She just wants to be friendly. She, wants to help people and be on good terms with people. but it's problematic when she's placed in the matter of holding people's life and death in her hands. So yeah,
Okay,
that's her soft spot. She wants to make
Honestly,
friends.
I have a suggestion.
No, I got this, X.
All right.
Yeah. All right, round 4.
My rolls have sucking, not my role playing.
Yes.
Fair.
This is what I said. Why you should go for a spot. I'm confident Lucky can make it work. So, all right, we are at round 4. Yes, the negotiation is still going.
All right, well.
Her argument first is basically like, yeah, hold on, I gotta pull up my image here. She's like, obviously, I understand it's very risky, but that's why we want to make sure that your crew is worth the value you're bringing to me. And I got to admit, right now, Wesson, your pitch is pretty normal. I feel like I could grab any of those guys out at the job fair and do this job. So she pushes first. She goes down to at value, pushes you guys back to buyer's market. But now you get to try and push twice.
Okay. So just wants to make friends. Weston reaches into his paw, pulls out a neckerchief, and mops his brow a little bit.
Mm-hmm. He's probably sweating a little.
Sweating a little. And goes, "Oh, you all right, Miss Carmilla. There are a lot of takers out there. And you could grab up at any of them. But do you know what you get when you get? You know what you get when you pick this crew, these boys? You don't just get a bunch of crew. You just don't get a bunch of takers who are just gonna take your money and run. No, you're gonna get a group of fellows who will remember your name. Who's gonna smile when they see your face? Who's gonna think nice and kind of you when they pass you by? Who's gonna wanna help you when you are down. Because you help them when they are down. Like friends do.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so no matter what, you go up 1, so you push back to at value yourselves and push her back to labor.
Mm-hmm.
And now you roll probably persuasion. Though, I don't know if you want to fluff it and say Weston is lie. I could roll deception. It doesn't actually matter, but role-playing. You can get a second push.
No, Crow's spot is help the helpless.
True.
If Carmilla came to him and begged him an actual favor, he would probably do it, especially if she did him a solid on this.
That was the idea of we could always offer that we could do a repeat venture. 4 over 2.
Okay, so you guys go up to labor.
Okay, phew. Good job.
She is at hazard pay.
Okay.
So let me actually double check the math of this for ending it early, because you're out of scams, but it is another scam round. So let me double check how calling for ending it out is.
Just the clinch.
Depending on how this job goes, it might be more than 1 gig.
Well, yes, jobs can open job lines. Okay. Negotiable. Okay, yes. So, if you want, you can choose to take a intimidation check to end it. And this means there's no simultaneous resolution. If you succeed, the round is over right away, and she doesn't get to push back. And we go immediately to leadership to figure out whether we stay at labor or go to hazard pay. Would you like to attempt that as Wesson?
Oh,
Or do you want to try and because we've come to the realization I rolled black 10. There were 5 rounds of this negotiation.
So
Do
there's
you
one
want
more
to try
round.
and let her push back, or do you want to try and call it now when your cards are up?
I gotta succeed at a check, right?
Yes, no matter what.
You guys
And
want
see, had you guys known that this was going to be 5 rounds, Weston could have taken a round to roll sensitivity and figure out her spots for later as well. But
Yeah.
you didn't know.
I do see.
I think we're going to up his persuasion next.
Well, we'll work on that later. It's
Yeah.
what do you guys think about calling the job? Do you want him to try and push to call it a round early, or do you want to endure another round of this?
Let's see. We're already at labor. So.
I am okay with trying to push for
Hazard, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Remember, she goes first and automatically pushes down. So she would push she's on hazard pay, she would push forward to labor and push you back to add value. If you succeed, you only push up there for sure. So basically, you would go around just to end up where you are right now. The problem is if you roll and fail the intimidation, then the round doesn't end and she pushes back anyway.
But then
So you would go down. She would push forward to at labor, and so we'd roll leadership to see who's heads up, and it would be at value or labor.
All right, yeah, no, I will push to end the round then. That does make more sense then.
All right.
Do I have to roleplay that, or can we just be all like...
No, you can. But what do you think Weston would say to like try and end it early?
End early. Well, considering, yeah, he would probably say something to the fact of it's like you know, there's no time like no time the present. The sooner that my boys can get out there, the sooner we can get out. He's probably trying to fast talk more than anything. It'd be best for everyone involved if we, you know, got out of there. There's people waiting to see you, aren't there? Isn't there? Stuff. I don't know. I'm just gonna
that works.
roll
Yeah,
it.
go for it. Roll intimidate. Yeah, it's all the same stat, but you know.
Okay, cool.
Okay, it ends, and now we roll one last leadership check on heads up. Does do we overlap on labor or hazard pay?
Damn it.
Overlap on labor. Got it.
Okay, so...
All right, so it's the pay, add the breakpoint. So your breakpoints are added, plus you get to access your the black plus the red, so the 13. But hey, you do know her mention for everything. So yeah, she outlines like, you're right, I do have people to see. So here's the terms of the agreement. And here's the address for that distribution center. And I'm gonna warn you, there's the reason why it should be clear is there's gonna be there should be some flooding at the site, but these distribution centers are pretty tall, so there should be some shelving units still above the water. At least that's what we're hoping for. So yeah, you now have the site for the value drug distribution center you're going to. It's going to be 3 legs. And apparently there's some weather involved, but all right. I'm pretty sure you guys have spent all your bounties, so there's no last-minute buying or selling to do. I think we're just going to get out there.
Yep,
right.
Let's go over the fence.
Yep, up and over. I assume Crow is scouting ahead as usual.
Yep. This time I have binoculars. Enhance.
Let's roll some encounters. And remember, you guys can still do an interlude.
We have 3 legs, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The legs are 3.
So I get to add a +5 to this, and if I fail, I can add spin charges to add more, which is great.
I was kind of wondering if you should... Never mind.
That's a charge off my binoculars, but that is a 9/2. What were you saying, Axe?
Damn. I was wondering if, like, because the dice butt seems like it only wants the second die to be higher, that if you should just roll
not
the d10 separately.
No, that's not correct. We checked. It doesn't auto-sort.
No.
Not what I meant. I more meant it just seems like it calculates always having the second die be higher for lucky 80% of the time.
That's just
That's
odds, my dude.
false equivalence.
Yeah.
All right.
Correlation does not equal causation, X.
I'm rolling badly, but that's, you know, just how the dice are. This is why I have a +5 in awareness now.
I'm gonna spend all my start bounty on Wesson, I think.
Well, I don't know how much extra we're gonna have. I think even with this, even with the break points, we might be a bounty or two short, so we might need to find something.
You got to hope for some stuff.
Mhm.
Luckily, what you scout ahead with your binoculars is you guys have found a section of highway. Obviously, you know, it's been 5 years, so there's a lot of erosion and wear and tear. It's once again overcast today. But what you spot, Crow, is something you guys haven't spotted since you haven't been this route anytime recently, is that it looks like there is a overturned semi-truck and trailer.
Oh.
Looking around, it looks like it may have been partially scavenged, but not completely. You're looking at it, you can see that somebody's like taken the cover off the engine, but it looks like parts of the engine block are still lying on the ground next to it.
Weird.
But yeah, there's no immediate threats around it. And you can be sure that's correct because you rolled very well. So,
Well, no immediate threats. Well, let's go check it out. Let's move.
All right.
Let's move up quietly, though.
sure. If you want to be quiet, roll stealth.
I will roll stealth.
Crow signals for the rest of you guys to approach. I assume
Yes.
he be
Alright,
sneaking.
well,
Wow.
Sneak
right.
in.
alright, I'll roll my stealth too. Actually, that's one and done. Never mind.
Yeah, no, like I'm sneaking up forward. If anything jumps out, I will see it. I think. I hope. But I have advanced stealthily. I mean, you guys don't have the stealth.
Yeah, it's true. You guys don't have to sneak up, but Crow has signaled for you guys to close the circle. So
Yeah. So I'm curious. What's in the back of this semi? Is it locked?
you want to check the trailer first? Okay.
Yeah. You never know what's in these
Okay.
things.
You check it is closed, and a cursory check is that it is not appear to open. You can roll mechanics or awareness to figure out why.
I would like to roll awareness.
Also, I never got anything out from the A's whether or not you guys are moving up or sneaking up or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll be once he flags us forward, I'll head up.
Okay.
Move to a position to watch his back.
right.
That is
Be falling off too.
tie? Wait, do I? No. Binoculars. They only work on assessing legs. Correct? Yes. So that is a tie, which goes to market.
All right. You do not find an immediate source. Like, it's not like just padlocked on the outside or like bent and blocked up. You do not immediately perceive why it is sealed, but the back isn't accessible.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, like I said, you can immediately see that there are some parts around the engine block that appear to have been taken out, and somebody can look at those. That'll be a scavenge check to examine.
Aren, do you have mechanics?
Yes. I have one rank in it.
Would you mind checking the back and see if you can figure it out? And I'm gonna go scavenge these engine parts.
Sure, you can do that.
Yeah. Well,
I'll just keep looking around with the rifle.
Yep.
Yep, you cover.
Set spear down.
2d10. Okay, I rolled scavenge on the end of the parts. Very good.
All right, yeah. So you dig through the parts and look on the ground, and it seems that whoever actually scavenged this has been gone for a little bit. The parts that are taken out do show signs of weathering, but are still usable. I will say if you want to use up one of your haul, you can get 10 bounty worth of parts.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just grab there's like a piece of cut tarpaulin or a leather roll or something there, and you just bundle them all up and just look around in the backpack.
Yep. I will mark that
down. Halvar, you take a look at this trailer.
Yeah, I don't have any tools or anything like that, so.
Yeah, nothing You're pretty sure it must be some kind of mechanical stopper, but again, nothing seems immediately apparent as to what exactly is boxing this up. I don't think any of you guys have like an adze or a sledge or anything that you could use to like. Definitely nobody has a toolkit to like do anything to this trailer, so I think we might have to just
Well,
call that the leg.
I have a question. Can I make an additional scavenge to see if I can find a tool?
No.
Okay, then nope, I got nothing. Yep. I mean, that's it then. So let's move on to the second leg. Yay!
All right. So go ahead and roll me awareness.
Yep. Second charge spent on binos. I will spend 1 additional charge.
I got second leg, so that would be 2.
Oh,
Right.
Rations. I gotta spend rations. Yes.
Yes, right.
Yep.
You're at 2 ration spent. Sorry, my bad. I should be.
I'll mark that down.
calling
Right,
out.
yeah.
All right. So you succeed on your awareness check.
Yes. I have to spend 3 charges
All right.
on my bino.
So you're keeping an ear out, an eye out, and in the distance, you hear the sound of rushing water.
Oh.
A lot of rushing water approaching you very rapidly.
Wait, approaching us?
Yes. Flash flood.
Get to high ground.
Okay, everybody, get to high ground. Probably some sort of athletics roll.
I'm gonna spend a ration on this.
Yeah, you're gonna well, you spend 1 anyway, but you're gonna overspend by 1.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Anybody else overspending?
Hang on, let me check. I have.
I'm at.
It's only 3 legs.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna spend like 4 fucking rations. So.
All right. Okay.
Okay, fine.
But-
Not that many. 3 rations then.
3, very solid. Plus
I'll
2.
spend 1 to over.
All right, 1 overspend. All right.
So at plus 3.
3, so I'll spend 3, so that's plus 2. I gotta mark that though.
9 over 9, not 3.
Roll.
All right.
Poly.
Danny is good.
2d10. Oh, I didn't even need to, but them's the breaks.
Yeah.
That's overspending. All right. All of you guys are sufficiently forewarned and can scramble up. Halvar and Danny probably scramble up, a sturdy pine tree nearby. Crow, you're a little ahead. You might, shimmy up a rock or, the side of a highway, that are those like concrete slab sides.
Yeah.
And yeah, just again, probably you're on like a highway area or something like that. There's just a huge rush of stinking fetid water. You're not sure if like it was just stagnant somewhere or like an old sewage plant was just ruptured or something, but it's just awful and gross and just rolls on by. You can see a couple of cars being carried along, the scrapped hulks just clang, clong, cronk, cronk. The trees bow and waver, but you found something very solid and you're out of the way. And it just after maybe 15-20 minutes it just slowly recedes. And yes, there's a big gross stain left, but nobody got hit by the flood. Nothing bad happened, so you're all
I
right.
think I'm more glad I didn't get hit by fucking stinking water than I get swept away by a flood. I'm gonna be real.
Yes. Listen, there's risks.
That's a
everywhere.
vote for me.
All right, this would be the last leg, unless you guys want to do an interlude.
Let's do an interlude and not worry about this shit.
All right.
Well, I take that back. It is a leg. We might randomly get more stuff because we only got like a 1 haul worth of
Yeah, so
like so
You
we
got a
guys
tenner
want,
full of engine parts.
we got a tenner full of engine parts. Do you guys want to have Omega roll the table and get something random and maybe get more, or do you want to play it safe?
honestly, compared to last job, I'm fine risking it.
How about you, Aaron?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, then we will not take a break. We're gonna keep powering.
All right. Risk equals reward. Let's see.
Spend a ration, everybody.
Yep.
Yep.
And I will spend the bino. And I will roll awareness. Jesus. Well, that's 13 over 2. No, excuse me, 15 over 2. Jesus.
Yeah. You guys are you can spot again, following some old highway routes and stuff. You can spot in the distance Crow. It's actually a bit of an oddball situation. You see a horse-drawn wagon being just driven down the road. The horse is, uh, fairly secured looking. It's got the big armored apron and stuff on, geared up. You can see there's a man, with the reins of the horse. There is a woman with him riding shotgun, literally. Got the weapon laid across her back, across her lap. And because you are really good with your binoculars, you can see in the back, at the back of the wagon, there is a young girl playing with, looks like a couple of dolls, dangling her feet off the tailgate of the wagon. With your zoom lens on your binoculars, I'm pretty sure you've got the zoom and stuff,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, that's the only reason I can spend on them.
You can easily tell from a distance the girl is Latent. You can see the dark marks in her skin from here. And they just seem to be kind of, trotting along, wheeling.
Oh, they are armed. Do they look like they're like... Do they, like, from what I can tell in the wagon, do they carrying, like, any goods, supplies?
They look like they've got a small amount of supplies in the wagon. You can also probably see, like, between the girl and the adults, some vague family resemblance. Looks like maybe a family unit.
They're not helpless, but...
Could invite them, and then maybe we get something out of it.
What? I didn't hear you, X.
I was thinking we could invite them to the enclave, and maybe we get something out of it, considering the daughter.
It's true. You could check in on them. They appear to be traveling.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna. Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, no. Crow will get himself into a visible area and hail them.
Yeah, you kind of pop up from the meridian or berm you're sitting on and just give him a friendly wave. The co-pilot woman, the wife, draws a bead on you, but after you like give the hand signal, kind of like still holding it, lets it drop, and if you want to like approach hands up, signal the boys to catch up with you. You're allowed to approach. The man will pull the horse up short. Kind of says, hey there, stranger.
Crow will nod to the man. Stranger. Sorry for being nosy, but we noticed you're traveling out here. Seems you have a family.
Yeah. It's a tough story.
That's all.
You're all bundled up, so you probably can't tell you're Latent right away. Basically, he'll explain shortly. We came from an enclave a ways up the road. Our little girl, she got bit playing by the fence. We had to sell everything we owned for a shot of suppressant, but our old enclave, they didn't do latents, so we're looking for a place to settle down.
Crow at this point will like pull down his face mask, which will probably let him see the vines there. It's like, if you don't mind from hearing it from another Latent, I do know a place where he kind of wavers for a second because he's not the best with the words, but can accept you and your family and your girl if you're willing to work for it.
Oh, we're not, haven't lived this long doing nothing. Whereabouts are you from, stranger?
Crow will Actually, no. Crow will pull out his map. Well, actually, he masks up again. He'll pull out his paper-worn map, and he says, "We're here, right here at the old Evergreen High School. Is the Evergreen Enclave. It's a small place. We do a lot of growing and a lot of teaching there. But our claim, while the Latents aren't walking around with everybody else, we do have a good place to take care of them. Maybe one of them. Me being one of them, and they won't kick you out for it. As long as you're willing to get your hands dirty doing something, they should take you in. Tell them Crow sent you. Find a man named Smith in the Taker camp. He'll get you set up."
It's mighty kind of you, stranger. It's
Kind.
not often you run into that kind of business out in the woods.
Crow takes a moment and says it's all like, "Kindness can be expensive, but sometimes it's a luxury we must give."
Mm-hmm.
But after that, he'll bundle up his map and tuck it away, and
All right.
And
So they start going on their way. You guys go on your way. You're kind of heading the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
After about 10 minutes pass in the distance, you hear a sound that nobody likes to hear. Chopper blades.
Watch.
Actual chopper blades, too. Not sneaky pants blades. Anybody wants
Champions?
to get some idea on this, you can roll me foresight or research.
Foresight.
I'll do.
I'll roll.
Go ahead then.
Well, actually, I'll have the default. Is that okay?
I have research too.
Okay, you roll it then.
Yeah.
12 or 5.
All right. Danny, you remember that to practice, DHQS trains new recruits in old school choppers, ones you can hear coming, because that lures casualties. Now, you've heard rumors that newbies have to prove they believe in the Homo Sacer policy by firing out on some lost, some people who are legally dead. You don't know if that's true, but that's always the rumor. But this is probably a DHQS test run.
Probably from the base in the state, yeah.
So, you guys hear the helicopter. The sound is heading in the direction that you just left that family. And hey, guess what? It's time to pass out some will.
I'm gonna go, we're gonna go warn them and tell them
all
to go
right.
hide.
If you guys want to push back to those guys, let's see. We've got a guy with help the helpless.
Yep.
Help those people. We got a guy who's obsessively helpful to help those people. We got a guy who believes in women and children first. You literally left a woman and a child back there. So I'll give everybody a round of will if you guys want to fucking backtrack and haul ass back there.
Yes, I will haul ass.
You make an amazing argument. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So hauling ass.
Yes, hauling ass.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and roll me athletics checks to see how fast you can sprint back there. Keep in mind this requires rations to spend, and you can't overspend.
Oh, we're spending by 1 because
I
I have
will give another. Let's see here.
down to 4, but
Overspend by
I still have
1.
refresh.
I will spend. We have to spend 1 to
Spend 1 to buy a roll in general, and then you can choose to overspend by
Yes,
spending.
I will
additional
go for
charges.
another 3 as well.
All right. I had to think pretty hard if I wanted to do this.
13 over
encounter
9.
or not, but I like it. It's good.
Let's see, athletics plus that. Barely.
8 over 6.
Barely 7 over 6.
All right, yeah. You guys haul ass, hoofing and puffing and trucking. And you guys come to a slight rise down onto that roadway that you guys have been, kind of not on directly because that can be kind of risky, but following the general lines of the highways and roadways. And you can see, in the distant sky, the helicopter. You can see the guy wearing the familiar spook suit, cradling the door gun. and it looks like they are about to, pass right by the wagons. It looks like the father is, trying to get the horse to speed up to try and make it to some cover, but it's a horse versus a helicopter, and
Danny,
it's pulling
your
apart,
gun!
So
Yes, it's like
Give it to me.
shot.
oh, your gun.
Here, take it.
All right,
Um,
what's the play, Home Slice?
fucking, I'm taking out that fucking helicopter pilot.
Okay, that's a called shot.
It's a long range gun, so
Oh yeah, it's also suppressed, so it's not loud. It
Yeah.
is automatic
Also-
in spray, so you can spend more. Actually, can you spend more charges when you're doing a precise shot? I don't think so.
I don't know.
Let me actually check. Precision rolls.
yeah,
Technically,
spray is 3
specific
charges to
called
deal with
shot.
one adjacent target. So technically, you could also shoot the gunner.
Oh
Oh,
no,
yeah, but
trust
he has
me.
to work on the spray later.
Yeah. Listen,
Yeah,
I have to have shoot 3 to have crossbow 3, buddy.
Oh, fair. You got full charge of that, so good luck.
Yeah, the main thing is you need to find combat, special maneuvers, called shots, specific location, called shot, spend a twitch, take carefully, and then attack to do attack. That doesn't matter right now. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, no, it's just you make a roll, so. It's not actually a precise roll, it just requires both your actions.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna dump your entire mag, my dude.
That's fine. I got 2 refresh.
Well, you don't have to spend literally everything, because remember, it's got 10 charges. But
Okay.
it is
Spend-
automatic, so you can keep spending. And
Spend like you can
if
spend
you
like 4 charges.
did
at once.
want to spray and pray,
I have a spare mag. You're fine.
Okay, so automatic is I can spend charges after the fact, or is it before?
no, it's before. You can spend. Gun is like rations. You spend one to make the check, but
Okay.
with automatic, you can keep spending to add +1s to increase your charges. Is basically you just dump rounds downrange.
Do a +3, honestly. Just
Well,
Here's
hang on.
what-
I am trying to think of the number which will give me automatic success, because I got a +3. I got to spend 1 to do it.
Yeah.
So if I rolled a 10, that means I would have to spend 9 total?
yeah, better than one for spray.
The what?
Spray requires 3 charges.
Well, he's not spraying.
No.
Okay. Spray you can't do it at the same time.
No.
Well, I mean he can, but it's you gotta spend 3 charges to deal additional damage to one adjacent target. But anyway, no, it's you're gonna get in there, you're gonna fire it, so you can spend. Actually, no. It's charged. You can spend. So charged is you can spend the charges to aid the test. Automatic is you can spend charge after for additional damage.
Oh, additional
So it's
damage.
charged. So that's basically the ration effect. You can spend as many as you want now to get up there, but then you can choose afterward to spend more for more damage.
It's not charged.
Yeah, it is. It's a rifle.
Oh, okay. Doesn't
Look
matter.
at it. Rifle, charged, cumbersome, loud, mid-range.
Okay, so
Right. I was
all right,
reading.
I'm
the
gonna
part.
all right. I'm just gonna spend fucking 7. I'm gonna spend
Okay.
7 on this.
So you're rolling +6 from the gun and then +3 from your skill. So
Plus 9.
Yeah. So as long as I don't roll a 10, I should be able to.
Or 10 and a 1, yeah.
Yeah.
And you gotta hope you don't get a crit fail.
Mm-hmm.
You just got a will, though.
I do got a will. Actually, I think I got both will because I only spent
Lessons.
No, you spent one for you to flip him. Doesn't matter. 5. So 12 over 2.
yes.
All
14,
you've
actually.
Hit him. You've done 14. Yeah. You've done 5 damage. So is there an effect for doing like more than half your damage to a spot in this place? I think there is like a shock effect.
I'm gonna spend the rest of the mag and just put more damage into it.
Yeah. That's 8.
So
Make it 8, yeah.
yeah.
Hit locations of damage. Okay. Weird damage, collision falling. Actually, is it in the GM sheet about is there combat? That's filling your boxes. Part times, criticals, status effects. Yeah. All right. Well, while I'm figuring this out, I would like all of you to make me a self-control check versus trauma because you have just started a shootout fight with a black helicopter.
Yep.
This is not a smart move.
No.
No, but we're.
This has put you at immediate risk of personal injury.
Oh wait, that's it. That's a crit for me.
I fail.
Success. All right, mark 1.
Mark him 1. Trauma, right?
Yes.
Okay, so self-control. I'm going to say that this does not necessarily adhere to my beliefs because it does not involve
Killing casualties. Yeah.
killing casualties or slash drugger. So I am just at that. I think that's so +1 normally. That's
Dang, I really could have sworn there
failure
was like
then.
a like, oh, I took a lot of damage. I got a freak out check, but I cannot find it, so I guess I'm wrong. That said, that guy took heckin', 8 to the dome. As just the suppressed, buzzsaw sound of the mag dump. Pops tings everywhere. And they're using an older chopper, so the protected glass screen isn't enough to stop a rifle bullet. So it pops, you see the spray of blood as you hit the guy. And I mean, you've succeeded the check, so I think it's just he's gonna like clearly start losing control. Whether that guy, the pilot, is alive or dead, you don't know. I do need you guys to make me a stealth or athletics or something to dive for cover, because otherwise that machine gunner is going to return fire.
Fair. One question.
Yep.
If someone else uses your item, could they refresh it? I'm refreshing mine. I'm sending refresh on the gun. I'm just curious, could Lucky have refreshed it because he used it?
I think so.
I mean,
Because it's
technically it is mine right now. Technically.
For the moment, yeah.
Yes. But anyway, I need you to roll to not die.
Yeah.
I will stealth, duck into cover real quick.
Yep.
Oop.
I'm stopping too.
All right.
I am athletics. I'm Halvar's just running real fast.
He's gonna dive for cover. Got it.
Yep.
And hypothetically, this would be a machine gun with spray, so he could stitch all of you if he wanted.
8/2.
All right, you guys get to cover.
Um, 11/10.
Oh.
All right, a couple of those bullets come a little close to your heels, Halvar, but you do manage to dive behind, the ruins of like a concrete, highway barrier or something. There's a as just clank, clank, clank. They're a little close to the ground, so it doesn't explode in a fiery crash. So now you guys have another choice. That family has skedaddled. You've done a good job. You've helped them out. You've got your will. And honestly, when you guys get back to base, there's probably going to be a positive rep spot for your crew for this as well. Because, you guys just saved that family twice. But you have a choice. You've crashed a DHQS black helicopter. You could loot the site and also maybe make sure those motherfuckers are dead so they can't rat you out. But that was a fuck ton of noise. So there's going to be a mob of C's moving in on that sound. What do you want to do?
We're finishing the job, but we got a clock. That's I'm voting for.
The what?
Let's go finish that job, but we got a clock.
Leave.
Or
yeah,
let's go finish off the guys.
Okay. I'm like, you're going to finish the job. I'm like, our job is the dirt, so you want us to go there? That's what I was confused about.
I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, there was the clock part. I'm like, I don't know what reference we're making. Okay, he wants to go to the helicopter. What do the rest of you think?
Yeah, I'm with that too. Like, listen, I'm sorry. Those guys were up to fire on a fucking family with a kid. I'm not letting any of them go.
Yep.
Also, I missed my chance to ask what are they wearing.
Yeah, let's get this done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's finish this.
All right, you guys hop on down. Well, I gotta double check.
I spent a refresher on my gun as I reload the mag.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh, you're
You're reaching your vest and just mag.
I had this my image of like as we were running for cover, you hand me my gun back.
Yeah, I probably do.
Halvar
like, did
will
he-
switch.
Didn't he
We'll
catch
switch
it?
to his bow.
Yeah, crossbow out.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, casualties. Because I'm still need to remember how the rolling works.
Also, this works out because we don't have to worry about your sweat on the gun.
Black is mass, shambles distance. Okay, you guys are once again very lucky. It's a mass of 3, 6 shambles away. So as you guys, jog up to the helicopter, rotor blades everywhere, smashed in, flattened. You guys can see three casualties kind of pop up out of a shrub nearby and start shambling towards it. Do you guys want to deal with them first or check out the helo first?
There's 6 shambles, right?
Yeah.
We got time. I don't want one of those guys getting up and firing off something.
Yeah, because he might get more.
We'll probably take care of those C's in a moment, but first, quick check. There's at least a pilot, a gunner, and maybe someone else. Probably.
I'll keep an eye on the C's as we go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you run up to the helicopter. Let me see. So we're going to call that a falling. This will be an impressive height because it was still helicopter height. So that's hit location 7. Which one's 7? Torso. Okay. So he took 8 killing to his torso and 9 killing to his head. That guy's dead.
Oops.
The gunner gunner was not fully strapped in and looks like he fell out and did a face plant.
Oof.
The was a glass there to brace him.
The pilot. Well, the pilot only had 2 hitboxes left, so any falling damage anywhere other than minimal kills him. So the pilot is super dead.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see then. I think I took.
See how fucked the gunner is.
4. Okay, and then
this guy might live.
Okay. So, who is actually like peering in first? Like, who's taking point in the helicopter?
I'm taking the back, so.
Do you want me to take point?
Yeah, you take point.
All right, Halvar, you climb up, you peel the remainder of the side door out of the way. You can see, like I said, the door gunner is fucking dead. Fell out, snapped his neck. You should probably spend an action to dodge because yes, there's one guy left in there. It looks like there were 2 guys in the cab. One of them is clearly fucking dead. The other barely clinging to life. You see some of his bones sticking out of the wrong places, but he draws a pistol sidearm and he's gonna take a pop at you.
All right, yeah.
As you open it up. So I would like you to roll athletics, I think, to duck for cover.
I think the market's a refresh because I think you're running out of rations. This wasn't enough.
Oh, that was my last. Ration.
Yeah.
I'll have to refresh it.
Yeah,
we might consider getting bicycles because we can get a basket on those that give us +1 refresh.
That's
I want to flip that.
6 over 8. Yeah, I'll use a will to flip it.
Okay, good, because that would have been 4 damage to your hit location, 8, I think. In your torso.
At least I have chainmail on my torso, but still that would hurt.
He drunkenly aims up at you and goes bang bang, and you just barely with your keen taker reflexes just leap back off the skid out of the way.
Fully rush
initiative.
Roll initiative. I guess this. Oh yeah, because we also got the C's we gotta take care of.
Yep, there's C's and there's this guy. I rolled the damage for them, and these guys are all still part-time because they're rookies, so they only had 10 hitboxes, so...
That works in our favor, I'll be real.
I'm totally claiming that I shot down a helicopter.
I mean, you technically did.
You did
we also technically did it as a team, but that's another thing.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been able to do it without your gun, but yes.
No, I would not have. All right, let's see.
Daka, okay.
Wait. How do we roll initiative? I just rolled.
I forget to.
Yeah, I just rolled 2d10 like an idiot.
Surely this should be on.
I think it's like 1d10 plus your adaptability.
It is not on the GM sheet.
I know it was like we yelled at like 1 die plus like
actions.
Thing.
It would be plus their speed. I remember that, but I don't remember what the actual die is that we rolled. Do we roll 2d10? I don't think we do.
Combat, movement.
Initiative. I roll 1 red die for everybody involved. Players roll 1 black die each and add their speed. 1d10 plus your speed.
Okay, so
And
mine's
casualties
9.
go at the bottom of the round. So
I am 9. Okay.
okay. Don't bother rolling initiative. I just rolled a 1 for this guy.
Oh.
Okay.
So I mean,
You
I
always go
guess if
last
you guys
too.
want to roll to see who gets to cap him, well, you should probably figure out your own order. But I'm pretty sure this guy's dead.
I want to actually. I'm gonna probably shoot at the C's, so you guys cap him. Honestly.
Well,
Yeah, you did
it's
say
just
you
one
were
of
gonna
those.
walk
It's
through
all
for the
like
keys.
it's just Crow's just gonna look at Halvar. It's like, you have a killer breathing man.
Yes.
Do you want to add another one to your list?
Not particularly, but it's
I'll take care of it. Crow will go then.
Okay.
okay.
He's got 1 hitbox left. It literally doesn't matter where you hit him. So
Herb stops him in there, but not really.
just gonna crossbow him.
Just gonna crossbow him.
All right. You should still roll because you could critically fail and like explode your crossbow. But
No. Polly.
I hate how I can joke that up, but like, no, that's possible. That's an active possibility.
yes, you should be careful.
8
attempting
over
fate.
7.
Okay. Thunk right in the heart. Wow. He is dead.
He is dead.
All right. So probably because they're 6 shambles away, we'll get to. Blah, blah,
Is
blah.
range a modifier of the check, or is it just a check?
Nope. It's just letting you know what range you can shoot at. So
You okay if I mean, like, you guys are okay if I like start clearing them up?
there's only 3. Yeah, you only needed.
I'm
It's
just-
1 success per casualty, I think.
Is
Yeah.
your weapon gonna
His
draw
weapon is
more?
silenced.
No, it's
No,
silent.
it's silent.
No,
Yeah, it's
Silent.
gonna.
But actually, hey, hold on. That guy wasn't silenced.
Oh,
He was using a handgun.
true.
Let's roll for mob number 2.
Weird.
Ooh,
Yeah, right, now
Okay,
also
that
you're
one's
silenced,
bad.
yeah.
They
Fuck.
were deliberately riding around on a loud helicopter. So awakened from their torpor by the chaos, from the top of the like hill, like again, I'm imagining kind of like you're in like a little dip where they've got a highway running between. Crushing the top of the hill, is a mass of. Again, I'm gonna make sure I'm doing this right. A mass of 10, 2 shambles away.
Oh, I think I'll
Oh,
keep those busy. You guys start looting.
No.
No, I'm gonna start losing.
That's-
Suppress that guy. That's 10 of them.
Okay.
So, no, we gotta get tactical now.
Okay.
Well, so this is the beauty of automatic. Remember how he can spend charge to do more damage? He can spend the charge to just cap another casualty. So if he wants to use all of his gun, he can gun him.
I have 2 refresh. I could do it one more time because I feel like it's.
Yeah.
But you guys don't know
Honestly-
shit about the job site. But
Yeah.
you definitely probably want to start whittling that mob now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you whittle the 10 mob, I'm pretty sure me and Halvar can handle the 3-er.
All right.
So,
Halvar, you start checking. Halvar, Crow.
No.
You-
Nobody is checking until these casualties are done with.
yes,
All right.
fuck.
So I was thinking it was
Yeah.
roll once. Never mind.
Do I
Okay.
do we actually need to roll initiative so I know what
No.
to go
Okay.
in?
I will spend my charges then.
Well, you got to
Because-
roll. You
all
got to
right.
succeed.
I got
And you got
2.
to spend at least 1 to make the attempt.
All right, so I can get
But
extra
if you
9 out of
succeed-
it. Yeah.
You can.
Actually, would spray also work too, or that actually too costly
No,
comparatively?
they're all together. It doesn't work.
Okay. Well, I'm ready to spell well for this if this else goes. So
I don't know. Yeah, you all got one.
spend 1 charge. I spend it well on this.
Right over.
Well, how much shoot do you have?
I have 2, so it's actually a tie.
Ties go to market. Yeah. So you.
So it would be. I want to flip it and make it a 7.
All right. So that would
Fuck
be
that roll down.
just success eliminates 1 casualty, but then you got automatic. So how many charges do you want to spend?
I would spend the rest of the 9.
All right.
I'm just gonna be out of refresh for the. I'm just gonna be out of refresh out of this. So actually, no, I might just be gunless because I need to keep my rations. So
Well, how many then? How many charges?
Axe,
I'm spending all of them.
Axe, I'm
Yeah.
going to remind you, this guy did have a handgun, and so there might be other stuff that we might be able to take.
There might be some ammo. Yeah.
But yeah, no. He says he's going 9. So yeah. For the second time in about as many minutes. Actually, this is a good question. Danny, have you ever actually fired your new rifle on full auto before?
I've done bursts, but not full auto.
Okay,
not a
yeah,
dot,
so,
not a gun.
hey, Danny, you get to learn. Full auto goes by very fast. 30 rounds in the mag is not a lot. And just you manage to keep the fire under control and just stitch a line of these heads as those casualties just kind of like flop to the ground and roll into a pile. All right, so that leaves the Sixers.
I'm gonna mark that out of
the
charges.
6-range clump 3.
Mm-hmm.
So, Pro and Halvar, you can work on that one. You guys have ranged weapons drawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I shall fire my bow.
Keeping this gun was probably the best thing I've done all this entire game.
It's doing the work.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I used to charge on my crossbow.
Well, remember, risk versus reward. You cap a DHQS ninja. He's got some good stuff on it.
Yeah.
All right, 9/2.
All right. That's 1 casualty down. Thunk. Crow, I believe you're the next one in the rotation of shooting people.
I will
Charge
take a shot as
off.
well. That's another one. That's a 7/2.
All right. Technically, because you also shot that guy, they would have moved from 6 to 5.
I am not worried right now.
There's like
But,
1 and 4 now.
Unless Danny wants to cross-throw his handgun and get... Actually, no, you sold your handgun, so yeah.
No, yeah, because that's
So
up.
yeah, Halvar takes into the last shot then, I think.
I'm out of bullets right now.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Cleaned it up. All right, time to scrounge. You've
Best
got
thing
one
about-
casualties.
The best thing about having a spook rifle, all other spooks carry the caliber.
Yeah.
Well, that means you would have to pass a scavenge check to get charges back, basically.
But
Canonically, as described narratively, there is a light machine gun because they had an LMG mounted there,
That would sell pretty well.
which is very scary. That's kill and stun.
Defensive might
it's
love
charged,
that.
It's hampering. It takes up a hull on a refresh when equipped or carried. It's hungry. It's loud. It's mid range, and it's specialized.
Well, we can't probably use it on the job, but hang on. Let me pull up the fucking book and see what upkeep a fucking light machine gun is.
4.
4.
That means if you see to sell it, you'd make 8 bounty.
I think we could just sell it to the fenceman.
Keep in mind, it says well equipped or carried. It's hampering, so it'll be 1 refresh and 1 haul to pack it with you because it is fucking a thing.
I doubt we could leave it here to take it all the way back.
No. It's the magic of the lost. When we come back, everything's gonna be gone.
Oh yeah, no. Also,
Well,
by the
probably
way,
heard this
group
from miles
casualties
away.
You can scavenge for bounty.
Oh yeah, true. I'll scavenge the group I shot, I guess.
Well,
That's
you
right,
are
you are
immune.
immune. You can do that, yeah. And
I'll
then
scavenge
that one
the
guy had
disease,
it is just a normal handgun, except it is, we'll say, automatic.
Okay.
He just had like an old, 1911.
Halvar's keeping watch as they do the scavenging.
Well,
All
let's grab the light machine gun and the pistol. We'll
Do I get 2 scavenges for the 2 groups?
I believe it's only 1 person rolls
Okay.
per group, so you get 1 roll for the group you want to take out. Roll scavenge.
All right.
So can I scavenge like the helicopter crash in general?
Yes, you can also do that. Yeah,
Okay.
if you're looking for, and remember your rules, you can just try and get bounty.
That's 3/2, but that's a crit. So
Well, it's a critical success. Okay.
Yeah.
So, is that double your natural black?
it's not great, but maybe there's something else there.
No,
That
there's only
means-
bounties on C's.
Oh, okay.
It's criticals in combat. Yeah, the scavenging isn't on here, but yeah, no. We'll say that's double your natural black, so that's 4 bounty.
All right.
Well, let's see. So we got 10 bounty from these
I'll take-
gen parts, and then 4 from this. So we're plus 14 right now, so we're not doing too bad.
Plus whatever yeah.
So-
Honestly, do I do it again for the other group, or do it all count as the whole 13?
no, we can only get.
No, it's a separate group.
it's a separate
But you've
group.
already rolled.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I guess Crow has to do it then.
the what? No, I only get 1. I can either savage. So
Yeah,
Right,
you gotta scavenge
right,
the helicopter
okay.
crash. And if you scavenge the crash, what are you looking for? A piece of gear?
Oh.
Guns, ammo, gear, I guess.
I'm trying to think what would be the most useful right now to get out of this.
Probably not a good idea, but I do like.
You could
I
also
would like
scavenge
more
for
bullets.
crafting.
Can I scavenge a refresh? I don't think I can. I think it's weird, but I don't think in the rules I can scavenge a refresh of ammo. I could probably
You can look
scavenge you a
for-
rifle.
Yeah.
You can look for an upgrade, any tool under 3 bounty and upkeep. I believe that counts for rifle is 3. So,
Yeah.
or just bounty.
Yeah.
Oh, and bounty is equals the natural black times 2. Yes, it was doubled.
Okay.
So I don't
So
think
yeah,
I
there's
can
no
actually get...
there's no refreshing. And I'm narratively, I'm not going to say there's like, again, this was just a very scary bone breaking helicopter crash. Like, if you guys are going to try and look for individual ammo, you're going to be here too long.
Yeah, no, like I'm pretty sure
Sure.
these guys' gear are kind of fucked in general. It was probably not a very nice crash.
Nope.
Well, give me one
They
sec.
basically, so the way falling works is I roll randomly for 2 locations, and the type of damage is equal to the length of the fall. I rated this one as kill because it was a helicopter crash. So they basically took 2d10 damage each. So they're not in a good way.
That would kill most.
Aren, is there anything that you have been wanting, particularly gear-wise?
Could get like a toolkit or something.
Would you like a... Okay, that's 3, right?
I
I
guess
think yeah, it's
Here.
Well, like I said, if I get you one, though, and I don't do it... I think if I get like a crit success, it'll come with an upgrade. But if I find you one, I think
Toolkit
that's
is
like...
upkeep 2, yes.
If I find you one, it will be clunky. You won't be able to stealth. Well, you'll only be able to default stealth. You okay with that?
This is your last leg, so.
yeah, should be fine.
All right, then I will see it. I will dig around and see if they have some sort of like toolkit for like helicopter maintenance or something.
All right, roll 'em.
Got it. 7/3.
All right, yes, you acquire the toolkit.
All right. I will pick it up gingerly in my gloved hands and hand it to Aren. It's like,
All right.
but
Okay.
for right
Could be
now,
useful.
well, who wants to carry the handgun?
I
Danny,
can carry that.
Yeah, Danny, you take the handgun. Like I said,
Do
you've
you
been
mind
using
not silenced?
Yep, not silenced, but
I doubt my silencers are compatible between each other.
well, like I said, you have a good backup weapon now, just in case.
Yeah.
Also, they're not compatible.
Yeah, I assume that's why I didn't assume the word.
Upgrades are not.
Halvar, would you mind taking the light machine gun? That's worth a pretty penny back at the camp.
Yeah, just give me a second as I like kind of get my backpack off and like strap it as best I can to it, and then
Yeah, slid it
definitely. Okay.
Clip your new toolbox toolkit to the bottom of your backpack.
Yep.
All right, and then you skedaddle.
All right. Well, there goes one of my other refresh.
Yeah, let's hope this doesn't.
All right, is it a refresh just to use it or to carry it?
It just reduces your refresh stat while you're carrying it, and it uses
Oh,
it
okay.
in your haul.
And I already used one of my refresh to refresh my rations because I was completely out.
If you
Gotcha.
were gassed, it would have sucked.
How many charges are
Yeah.
left on the gun? Like 8 or 9.
Which gun?
The handgun.
Technically, it would be -1 charge, but we don't really care about that one scavenging.
Oh,
It
okay.
is handgun.
It is handgun. It has bullets.
All right. I'll just mark it down. I'm probably gonna tell the fenceman when we get back anyway.
All right, so you guys, go hike back out the way you were already going before you sprinted back here. Now going at a steadier, possibly more nervous pace.
Oh yeah.
Besides the nervous pace, I think Getty like pats Pearl on the back. It's like, hey, I think we did a good job.
We did a good deed. I don't think it was a good job.
Find out more once we get back to the enclave and make sure they made it.
But all right, you guys find yourselves at the edge of the job site, finally. After a mere 2 hours.
What happened?
Your legs are usually like that. No, listen, I was like, at first I was like, oh, do I want to pick this randomly rolled leg? And then I was like, no, I do. I do want to do this one. But all right, you arrive at the Value Drug Distribution Center. So you guys probably remember Value Drug. It was a commercial pharmacy chain that was popular before the crash. Obviously, any of their actual storefronts in urban centers will have been looted the fuck. Because this is literally in the book. Pharmacies are and like over-the-counter clinics and convenience stores where you go first. There's a lot of good shit in those. But this is a distribution center. And this one is a large warehouse for distributing to storefronts all over the Sound. It's a boxy, multi-story building. You can see it from here. Should be filled with rows and rows of pallets and storage racks and catwalks and all kinds of fun stuff. And there should have been an extensive RFID tracking and computer library system, but you didn't bring your computer, guys, so don't worry about that. But the problem, as you guys are standing on the lip of a hill, there's some flooding.
Some flooding.
In fact, it's lightly raining right now.
Welcome to Washington.
Yeah. And in particular, definitely this area seems to be at like a perfect vortex of some kind of weather phenomena, as rain just constantly seems to flow out of somewhere right through this area. And basically, what you're looking at is the, giant parking lot for what used to be this distribution center is now a miniature lake. If you're testing it, Crow, you think that you're looking at 10 to 15 foot deep water in places.
Oof.
You can see all the cars in the parking lot have basically washed up to form like shoals and ramps and little islands. You can be reasonably sure you don't have to worry about casualties, because casualties and water don't mix. Basically, being low light and bad motion means they tend to go into torpor, and then just constant contact with water just basically melts their dead flesh.
They're stun locked into death.
Yes. They get stunned and they, go for a zombie nap on the bottom, and then they just literally rot away. And blight is not transmissible in fresh water like that. It's only fluid transfer directly.
All right, so we don't have to worry about seas. We don't think anyone else is going to show up at the job. As long as no one else has gotten here before us, all we have to worry about is that there's a fucking lake between us and them.
Yeah. So, how you wanna try and get in there? Like I said, it's a big multi-story building, so there are parts of this that are well above that water line. But you gotta get in a building. How you want to do this?
Man, I should have kept my fucking winch and fucking tow line thing.
So you could Batman your way up there? Yeah, well,
not Batman, but like put a.
We make a raft?
With what?
You can scavenge around. Depends on what kind of stuff you got on you. What do you got?
Well, let's see here.
We need cable, and we need floating plastic or wood.
Well, and then you would need a way to gather wood. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody have any wood cutting tools on you.
I do not have an axe.
No.
Let's see.
No.
Let me see here.
You could just swim it. That's kind of risky, though.
That is kind of risky.
Very much what we got on us right now.
Honestly, I feel like as long as if we have some sort of like, we don't need like a full-on raft. Well, actually, no. Well, they're sealed drugs. We don't want them getting wet in general.
Well, depending on the drugs, they might be still okay, but it depends on how deep they are.
Well, if they're submerged, you're not gonna, buddy. That's inside a warehouse. There's no there's no electricity in there. Do you want to do the urban equivalent of cave diving?
Fair.
So going under the water, I will tell you, you don't want to do that.
Do we want to kind of survey the whole lake and try and determine like just where's the best place to cross, like with all the shoals and stuff?
Yeah, you got some awareness, guys. Crow, you could try and look for a route where, like I said, those cars are kind of piled up into a bridge of sorts.
It might not like eliminate swimming or raft use, but it would make it a shorter trip at least. So
that makes sense. So yeah. Now, binoculars are for us. Wait, I think they specifically say it's for assessing legs. So I don't know if this is just for if it's good for just eyeballing. Let me double check this. Where is the gear?
Geargunga. Binoculars, +2 awareness and scavenging
When
when
it's
assessing legs.
and scavenging. I forgot about that. I don't think it really came up, but
It says parentheses outdoors, so I will allow it.
okay, very well done. So, let me spin the charge. Let me write that down. Binoculars is at 5 charges. So poly 2d10. This is why I got it. That's 11 over 10.
All right. You take a few, and you're working on those battery in your digital zoom.
Oh yeah, like I'm enhancing the water. It's all like, is that a car underneath the water? Is that a semi?
But yeah, no, you actually look like you find, and sure, let's go with it looks like around the old loading dock, there are spaces where some big truck skeletons have piled up into make a relatively accessible set of ramps. And actually, hypothetically, because actually, let me. How high is a loading dock? Google. 52
Probably
inches.
pretty
What's
high.
that in feet? So it's about the height is about 4 foot off the ground, and then you've got the actual door height.
If it's loading a semi, that shit can be anywhere from like
10 to 15 feet tall on average.
Well, not 15, but definitely 10, because those things, they have to be huge. Like I've seen a lot of these kind of buildings when I was cleaning parking lots, because I used to clean warehouses. They're huge. Some are smaller than others depending on how big the distribution center is, but in general, they're huge.
Yeah, so
think
the
usually-
actual height of a semi is about 162 inches off the ground. The doors would be about 120 inches tall, and then the dock itself is about 4. So it's about 14 or 15 feet up. So, and probably assume some drainage and slanting. That means that you guys can either reach the roof from there or find an open space to like crawl in above the water level. So yeah, all right.
It'll be very wet
Counted.
though.
Yeah.
But
Well, don't think that was going to be.
Takers can't be
Well,
choosers.
It's raining right
Yeah.
now, so
takers can't be choose. I like that.
Yeah, it's a good one. Takers can't be choosers. All right. Since you spotted it, I won't require you to make an athletics roll to go up this ramp you have found.
Sick.
It's real, creaky and cronkly. Water does a decent amount, though. Admittedly, this is rainwater mostly, and some groundwater drainage.
I do say, I think the toxic barrels were worse.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And this also smells way better than that sewage. There's just probably a faint hint of like that rust and metallic tang in the air.
Oh, I know that one, yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
some very, very light eau de motor oil that hasn't quite gotten all gooped out of places because water and oil don't mix. But this does not smell like raw sewage or whatever that was.
I'll definitely take
so-
this. Anyway, let's shimmy our way inside.
All right. You guys are inside the loading dock. It appears, well, first of all, it's heckin' dark in here. So what are you looking at for light sources?
I got a flashlight.
All right.
I have a flashlight.
I don't think you got a flashlight.
I don't think I do. No.
No, but I have a
Did you
flashlight.
get-
It is an Everlight, and it is mounted to my chainmail. It's over the shoulder.
Yep. Click. Anybody else got any other light sources?
Nope.
At my spec. I don't
Did
know
you
if my
also get
specs.
night vision on your binocs, Crow.
Yes.
Okay. So if you want to spend a charge on that, you can also see in the dark and let somebody else use your flashlight light if they need to. But yeah, basically you guys are in here. It is a little drippy, a little goopy. You just see this like black slate of water under these shelves. Now this building is tall. Like I said, you guys like get out from under the door of the assembly for the loading dock and look up, and you're looking at like probably a whole entire story space worth of shelves above you, and there's like catwalks and stuff above, so you can access the higher shelves. There's some very dim ambient light through rows of skylights and other spots where like the roof is caved in a little bit, or some of the old air conditioning is rotted through. But it's very damp and dingy in here. You guys, know what you're searching for, so.
Should I scavenge then?
Yep. You can roll scavenge. Scavenge or
Yep.
awareness. Could just look for the labels would work, but scavenge is probably pretty good.
And
you were
technically, we are
looking
now
for...
indoors, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that will not get a bonus then.
I have a question. Would Ubek specs have a light function?
That would be covered by an upgrade.
Okay.
Man.
Fair.
Honestly, I wouldn't think so, Axe, because a light will just drain more battery.
Fair.
And that's not what they're
No,
intended.
it would probably be the equivalent of an app.
Yeah.
Like I said, I may do some homebrew and like put normal NVGs on here.
Son of a bitch. That is an
Well.
8 under 9.
All right. Do you got your will left?
I do, actually.
Well, this is to get the job done. Do you want to flip them?
I will flip him.
All right. So
Well, we're 5.
also, hey, so how do you want to go about your search? Like, are you gonna like climb on the shelves themselves, or are you gonna go up one of the ladders into the catwalks and like prowl?
I'm more of a prowler. I got
Alright.
a flashlight and I got pretty good vision, so I can just probably shine on the labels and,
Yeah.
read
All
them.
right. So I want to ask. Crow obviously is going to find what you're looking for, but I should mention this as well with Camilla. I forgot about this because we were stressing out over the negotiation. With Wesson, she probably handed him like the equivalent of like a gym bag or a duffel bag, and as basically like, get me this much pills. So you don't need to worry about it taking up any of your haul or anything.
Okay.
But so I want to ask, what are Halvar and Danny doing while Crow is, you just see his little flashlight bobbing back and forth as you just hear the sound of water. Gentle rain outside and just the slight, very, very faint scuffs of his like hiking boots on corrugated steel. What are you doing?
I guess it's too dark for me to try, but I suggest anyway. Could I try to see if like any of the meds do like to double check if the meds are good, like some of the meds are good or not to take back to like just quality check all of them?
Well, you would probably want to wait to like look at whatever he scavenges up.
Fair.
If you want to look for something else besides what you're looking for, you can attempt a check. Let me actually. Is there an explicit rule for darkness? Because I know that, like, it says like
Fucking look for a
low
light.
light and stuff.
I will have left my fucking binoculars with you, so
All right.
it might be a little awkward because they are binos, but you can look through them at least.
I'll just put them in like the lowest setting.
Yeah, you zoom all the way back because it's digital, so it's
Yeah.
it's
Like I said, I got my flashlight, so I'm good.
All right, so no, there's no explicit rule on darkness. So yeah, spend a charge off those binocs. So what did you want to? Obviously, you say you want to assess the meds, but that can wait until he actually gets them back. So what you want to look for other stuff?
I mean, you can always try finding more meds, just random.
Yeah, I can always find more stuff that's like, it's like I've been in a hospital. I've worked in a hospital for a few times before. I know where like they put stuff for emergencies and like behind places just so like random people can't take them.
It's a distribution center for over the counter meds.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
Yeah. Right
yeah,
then.
we're specifically getting things like like the dry things. Like maybe you can find some some stuff
Like
that
the kind of stuff you see. Like just imagine your old favorite whatchamacallit, CVS pharmacy, Walgreens, whatever, racks and racks, allergy meds, adhesive bandages, gummy vitamins, toothpaste, mouthwash.
probably some like hygiene products too.
I guess I'll
does
start
have
going
a
through that shit. See if there's anything that's like.
All right,
I know this
roll a
last.
scavenger check if you want.
Hey,
All right.
hey, load up on tampons and condoms. Trust me, we're gonna need those.
I'll see what I can get.
Well, I'll actually I'll let you pick, because you can do the normal scavenge thing. Do you want to just find raw bounty, trade goods, like tampons and condoms and stuff, Do you want to look for medical items? I would allow you to scavenge certain, medicinal stuff that exists in the game, or do you want to look for upgrades? Because you've got a first aid kit, you could probably and a blood testing unit. You could probably find some stuff in here to improve those if you wanted.
The weirdest thing is about the upgrades for those, I don't actually need because those are more digital hardware stuff.
Oh, that's fine. But like I said, we did talk about how getting the what was it? Was it the hypostatic syringe, the thing that lets you instantly
Oh right, yeah. That's the Dolphins, right?
Yeah, it's in Velbins.
Let me double
You
check
said that would be useful for you, but also you could just go for more bounty, like get maybe
hemostatic bandages. Yeah,
but it's up to you, Axe. Like I said, I'm doing what I'm doing.
that's
Yeah,
right.
you're securing the job. And while Danny's thinking about that, Halvar, what are you doing, sitting here in the dark, in the drip?
Halvar is gonna see if he can locate any sort of like office area in the distribution center, like theoretically one that maybe like is on the upper level or something.
All right. What would be the best check for this? Because it's dark in here, and you don't have any source of light, right?
No, I'm just kind of using the ambient light from the flashlight. Like Halvar's in no hurry; he's just doing this while he's waiting. So,
Yeah, if you're just trying to do that passively, that sounds like an awareness check.
okay.
I could also allow research to try and remember like what a business layout would be like, but I don't think that's any better for you.
No, I think I have awareness. I don't think I have research. Nope, no research. One awareness though.
This is really dumb to ask, but I just want to get out of my head. Suppressant is the thing that exists after the
That's
loss,
all
right?
post. Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay.
You can't
Damn
get
it.
that. You can't get Soma.
Okay, well that's critical failure.
Someone's about to fall in the drink.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I think that's appropriate. All right. Well, we were still resolving the other stuff, so Axe, have you decided what you're gonna roll
I wonder
for?
if I could. This might be weird, but like, could I find prosthetics?
No, the upkeep's
Yeah.
like 3. You're looking
Right.
for.
Right. Hemostatic bandages then.
Also, I don't think that would be over the counter.
Yeah, I don't think we can
Also,
get
both
through.
are
I
like,
don't think we can.
No,
also,
yeah.
both are upkeep 4, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, no.
Yeah, they have radiation tablets. So
You don't find that at a
I think at most
the
you maybe
CVS
get like,
pharmacy.
would you have like upkeep material, like repair materials for prosthetics? Like at most.
Prosthetic oil.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. I guess it's probably hemostatic bandages then, which is upkeep 2. Only purchase
Yep.
2 actually.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, that's why I suggest them.
that'd be a good one. Yeah.
No upkeep, just in case.
I'm gonna try not. Let me actually type this
Vitamin
correctly.
tablets were in here somewhere, but I guess that's a different.
They're
thing I'm
4.
thinking of.
That's 7/9. Do I want to flip that? I'm not.
We
You
might
could
be
also get
almost
some
done.
THC.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
oh yeah.
He's got the job thing. The main thing is just going to be if your poor boy Halvar makes it out of here, okay?
I'm gonna use a will to make that as a normal failure.
Okay, fair enough.
I think I'm gonna use my last will to flip that. Make that
All
a
right.
10
You're
over
looking for
6.
hemostatic bandages?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, those are 2. You can get them. You
Okay.
you have to scuttle up a shelf, but you do actually find some classic hemostatic, bandages. They've got a little marketing on there, perfect for your home first aid kit. And you just pocket a handful. 5 charges worth.
I'll mark
Halvar,
that
you're looking
down.
around. You're trying to look for the office site. You're craning your neck. You like put a foot on a ladder rung and just crack. It snaps and falls off into the drink. Sploosh. You just realize maybe I should be walking around here.
Mm-hmm.
But while those guys are all off doing that, Crow, you prowl the catwalks. You're just checking row after row with your flashlight, and eventually you find the right pallets for that section. You get out your little like we said, like utility knife you got, and just hack away at the saran wrap, and just there it is. Off-brand, value drug brand, acetaminophen, ibuprofen, whatever, and you just shovel, armfuls into that duffel bag. And collect 13 bounties worth.
Now, another question. Can I fill up the rest of my haul with that?
You could. Mechanically, that gets us into the, small business style rules.
Well, no,
for
no,
you
no,
to,
no.
sell it yourself.
I'm not going to sell it myself. I'm just going to give it.
Might, yeah.
Now I need to double check. Can you guys get 2 rep spots?
It's like we have the space, and I don't want to burn down Halvar.
I have
He's
an open
already
hall, so I'll take it. I'll take extra stuff too. Yeah.
Because yes, you totally can. I'm just wondering mechanically if I can. I'm looking at Veblen because I'm looking for drugs now.
Because like I think we're gonna come out pretty okay with this, with selling like the light machine gun and the fucking like the engine part. So I think we'll come out all right.
We'll be in the. I think we'll be in the black.
Yeah, I think because it'll be
Rep spots,
13 plus we got.
Plus, we do have our breakpoint covered.
Are documented or witnessed doing something heroic or impressive, gains a plus rep spot, bringing negotiations. You can call on this for +1 sway. Same rule applies for public disgrace. Limited usage, 1 spot can only be spent for 1. Yeah, so no, you can just gain. Yeah, if you guys just want to load up all your spare hull on the rest of these drugs, obviously you'll turn in the value for pay to Camilla, but then you can just donate the rest of your spares.
Yeah,
good to hear. You
That's
got like
fine. Yeah.
2 open. Halvar's 2 open. I have 1 open.
well, I guess like
I mean, mathematically, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You guys are
Okay,
just gonna like.
Yeah.
I will say, if you want to get the rep spot, you do got to fill up all your remaining hull to just
All right.
come
Just
back
grab
with
as much as we
fistfuls of
can.
this shit.
because
Yeah.
again we don't like because I remember Carmilla was talking about hoping making this more of a permanent thing, but like I said, I'm looking at this water and all this stuff. I don't know how long these fucking shells will last.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, you are lucky. It seems like some of this shelf structuring, and having been to some distribution centers and like shopped at some wholesalers in my life, some of those shelves are sturdy. Like that shit's embedded in concrete and made of anti-corrosion paint and stuff. But it's not gonna hold that forever. You can already see some of the shelving units have fallen into the drink, and anything that goes underwater for more than like minutes is done, maybe hours.
Yeah,
because
so.
water sucks. You might not realize this, being made of 70% water. Water is terrible. H2O is reactive as fuck.
Yeah, no, but I'm not going this for the will point, but this is the help the helpless kind of thing going on here. It's all like the more meds we bring back now, the less we have to worry about it later.
Plus, we kind of want to be trusted by our enclave to some larger degree, anyway.
I mean, I'm not doing it for the rep. I'm doing it because it's the right fucking thing to do.
I agree with
and
you.
that's why you get.
I'm just thinking about it like that.
So we're gonna call that rep spot bearer of drugs. As in a negotiation, you want to be like, "Hey, do you know how upstanding these guys are? You pop some pills lately? These guys. And I need a. And then for the helicopter, we're gonna call that one Dragon Slayer. Because that sounds like the kind of slang they talk about takers when you guys fight stupid fights you shouldn't fight. They're out there fighting dragons.
That sounds so badass.
I mean, you guys... Listen, it was because you completely mag dumped on it, but you did manage to take out a DHQS helicopter. And because everything is player-facing, it was like, do I want to have this guy make some kind of roll to control? No, you succeeded on the check to shoot him and stop him. So he's going to... Also, he lost most of his life juice, so he's going to crash, and I'm going to roll it out.
Gravity does that.
Died. So yeah, we're here. All right, so yeah, you load up with what you're paid for and all your extras. Danny already found those hemostatic bandages. Hypothetically, if you wanted to come back here for score, we could work on that. Though obviously you might have to deal with other stuff. But yeah, it seems like that's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to find the office, see if we could located any other distribution sites in the area. But yeah.
Hey, next time
you can always, when we do score generation, whenever you want to get to that, we can work out how you would come by some of this information. It may be possible just the fact that you guys went here and came back. Some other taker may, raid the office and like dump their office files on lifelines or something later for you to scrounge through. But all right, okay. You skedoodle on home.
Yeah. Alrighty.
When you guys get back, you guys are hailed as not really conquering heroes, like picking fights with DHQS, not a winning proposition.
Mm-hmm.
But there are definitely some more, rebellious, anti-establishment leaning types who think it's pretty baller. And at the very least, you did help a family. By the way, by the time you guys get back home, Crow, you'll be interested to find out that instead of 1 latent joining, 3 latents have joined. They had 2 more doses of suppressant in their cart that they used. So they infected and suppressed themselves. So they didn't have to be separated from their dog.
Kid, yeah.
Yeah. Which, if they had, if you guys had been not really dedicated to helping helpless people and had watched them get, or failed and watched them get schwacked, you could have scavenged the depressant for more Sag. But today there is not Sag.
No,
God,
there's
that car. I
only
feel
three.
like that whole car wreck could have been like a weird short film somewhere in the world.
There's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get back, you dump the drugs. So let's see, you guys were labor, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is red plus black, 13 plus your individual breakpoints. So just your breakpoints are met. You got 10 bounty worth of engine parts you can sell.
I'm also
It
gonna sell the
was
handgun.
4. All right, roll it. Networking.
All right.
Are you gonna put the handgun in like this the split up, or are you gonna sell that individually?
Honestly, if we put the machine gun and the handgun together for a split up, sure.
All right. So
Because then
I'll go to
if
the
it all goes well, it's 12. We all get 4.
It seems pretty good. All right, roll for gun. If you succeed, it's upkeep times 2.
Networking, right?
Yep.
All right. So have. No, I spent my money.
Yeah, you guys used up all your will this time.
I think did I know I spent
No,
one.
I had a point left.
That's right, your will 2.
Yes.
Hey, check. Did I spend up both my will? I think I did.
I think you did.
I don't think I put a reference for these, so yeah. All right, here we go. That's a tie. Fuck. Okay.
All right,
That was
that's
the-
upkeep times 1.
for the handgun, right?
So 2
All
for
right,
the
handgun,
handgun.
yeah.
All right. Well, I'll just.
That's just
And
2.
roll it again for machine gun. Worst comes
Yeah,
to worst, it's 6, so you each get 2. The problem is when it's 10. Then what do you do?
We'll share it by how much we're spending.
That's true. Usually you break it up by who has the most breakpoint and most upkeep.
7 over 3, so that's
All
actually
right,
8.
that is upkeep times 2. That'll be 8.
All right. So that is.
That's 10. So 10 will be. I'll do 3, and one gets a 4.
Well, hang on. Let me see here. So it's. So we got
14 from road scavenge, 10 from selling stuff.
Yeah, but then 13 from.
Job.
And your breakpoints are already met, so
So we don't calculate
you don't
that
need to worry
part.
about that amount.
So it's just our normal upkeep.
Yeah, what's your upkeep maintenance?
Well, let me see here. So that's 30. That's 37 total. An extra, by the way. So that means everyone's gonna be getting 13, and someone's gonna have 1 left over.
So
So
we might keep 11.
I.
Let's see. We all get divide the 13.
Yeah, we all get 13, and there's 1 left over.
There's also one extra left over from selling. Actually, let's have the number together.
I put everything together. Our pay, our scavenge, our selling. It is 37. So everyone gets 13.
12.
Yes, you are right. 12. My bad. Plus 1. It was not 13.
So I have 1 bounty left over after that.
So I'm just trying to figure out who gets the last bounty, because what's everyone's like total at?
Yeah, what's your upkeep?
Mine's 11.
Mine's 11.
Mine's 10.
So it should probably be between me and Axe. If I remember correctly, Axe, you got it last time.
Yeah, because I had bigger upkeep at the time.
Yeah. So I think
Bigger
I should
upkeep
take
and
it
bigger
this time.
dependence.
Sure.
All right. So I will take 13 this time.
All right, then I guess I have 1 bounty left over for the whole thing.
So let me.
So I have now 2 bounties sitting over. This means like I honestly should probably get networking to 2.
Yeah, probably.
Ooh, bounty.
Man, we did a lot of work to make sure we like broke even.
Yeah.
Well, that's because the negotiation was very tense.
I'm really like I now understand that it's like we're supposed to make it where we have to clear out the negotiation spades, but hey.
All right. So I have 5 bounty total. That's after everything's paid off. Jesus. Okay. Well, no one got shot. I'm definitely gonna have to do a vignette next time, though.
Yep.
Actually, how long have we been going?
Only
3
2
hours?
hours. You guys wrapped that up really good. We can technically do vignettes at the beginning or end of a session.
Yeah, I'll do my vignette.
Which of the three are you looking for?
What was it? Console? Console?
It's engage, cope, and bear a burden. Or support, I think, maybe the version we went through.
Which is the one where I have to talk about the shit I did and my appendix makes me feel better about my life?
That's cope.
Yeah, that's cope.
All right. So, out of these illustrious people here, which one of those two guys do you want to roleplay Kathy? Because as the market forces, I have to be all of the other people in the scene, or just your PTSD.
Oh, God, this is awkward.
Right back.
I guess it's going to be Aren then.
I guess so.
Hax is like, no, I flee.
All right.
All right.
But, after, settling accounts and stuff, like, how does this work? Do I just keep talking, or...
Well, I can pull up. Yes, campaign structure. Vignettes,
Cool.
Well, it says I'm the director, so yeah, I should probably give you a little bit of setup here. So you're trying to cope. You're looking for looking at all the stuff. You play the taker, another player assumes the role as a dependent. Mark controls the other scene, and your nightmares. So, yeah, you just start having a normal interaction. What is a normal start of interaction? You and Kathy when you get back.
we like to hold hands, like
Okay.
flesh to flesh,
Okay. All right.
because we're Latents and we can't do that with everybody.
All right.
So, Crow will, Crow's basically gonna settle in. He's gone in, sold the stuff. He's like booked in some time at some shops and stuff, so he can get some maintenance. And he just heads over to the Latent area where he knows that Kathy is, because Crow's had a bit of a rough time. Once again, he had to kill.
Yep.
He understands that this is something that is necessary part of the job, and he has made his peace with it. But you never forget. But he seeks out Kathy, and I'm assuming he's gonna find her probably talking with the new family, helping them get settled in.
Yep. It's a little cramped, because they're taking over another one of the scavenged buses, but it exists, and it's not like you need to be super weather sealed up here.
No. But Crow just silently moves up to her and just slips his hands into hers, and doesn't say a word, and just kind of just stands there silently.
Kathy, it's Kathy, right?
Yeah, it's Kathy. If you want a bit of a
Okay.
backstory, she is a former tattoo artist who's taken on a role of the Latent mom in the camp. She does a lot of the she's not afraid to raise her voice, but she's a kind of a sweet person at heart. So
Okay. She kind of squeezes back at your hand, leans over, leans against you, rests her head on your shoulder. So I hear you got or to thank for bringing us the new family.
Crow will just nod and will just not nod, but he'll kind of grunt an affirmation like yeah, and look at them. And it's all like, but I think I might have brought more trouble down on our head in the long run.
As the little girl is kind of exploring the bus, and she's they said she was playing with dolls, so she's young enough to still be in that phase. It's really cool that they get to live outside in a bus, and so she kind of jumps around, and you hear the creak and groan of the steel, and it reminds you of the creaking and groaning of that helicopter you shot down, you yourself. Just
the more we cost them over there, the more likely they're gonna trying to find out what's fucking them up. Yeah, I saved these people. But will that come and bite us back in the ass later? Will my kindness hurt us all later?
You feel like for a second in the distance you can hear the. No, it's just the wind. It's not actually a black helicopter. This time.
Crow suddenly feels a finger under his clothing, like as Kathy has reached through a hole in his clothing to tickle him.
It's like, Crow's like, stop that! Stop that! I'm not ticklish. I swear I'm not ticklish.
Now listen. You gave them a place to stay. Who knows what would happen if you didn't do what you did? We'll worry about the rest later. Want me to comb your hair?
Yeah, that'd be real nice.
She'll take you over to like your section of your bus and like gets your head on her lap and like we'll get out a brush, start kind of combing it, letting you kind of take off your wrappings and stuff and breathe better.
All right, that sounds
Kind
like
of relaxing.
a good point to call out there. You've healed your humanity. You feel the weight of your actions, but also, hey, right now it's not so bad.
I'll mark off that one I took.
All right. Anybody else want to go ahead and pop their vignettes now? Or if you want to think about it, we can do it do a round at the start. If we want to do some engaging or other stuff.
Think about it for later.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning.
Dragon. I have to ask, are rep spots permanent? Like, or are they? Like,
I believe they last until you use them. Mechanically, anyway.
Okay, so it's not like once a session. It's like it's one and done.
You can't keep leaning on them. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they keep.
Like, you'll like always be remembered for it, but you won't be able like to.
Yeah, because it's
use it to get something done.
The loss is very busy. There's a lot of stuff happening. You can't be the guy who just coasts on, hey, remember when I got you drugs all that time? People eventually be, yeah, but what have you done for me lately?
Makes sense.
Like it economically, it only. I mean, that's basically just the fact that plus and minus negative, positive and negative rep spots are kind of one and done. It's just like modern capitalism. Think of all the corporations that like, hey, this corporation turbo sucks. They're bad. 2 years later, look at this shiny thing this corporation gave you. Nobody cares. They moved on.
True enough.
So it's basically like that. And it's the same as well with like the reverse as well. Think about how many times like a company people trust and like, well, they do something dumb and people are like very upset for a while. Hits them in the stock price.
Dotson. We got Dotson here. See, nobody cares. Nice hat.
Is it nice
That's
hat?
not over my head.
You don't remember the Dodson scene from Jurassic Park? The classic movie and novel? But yeah, okay. So Halvar will skip out on a vignette for now. I'm actually a big fan of the novels. Danny, do you wish to do a vignette currently? Or you can, if you don't have a thing, like I said, they can be done at the beginning or the end of the session. So we can wrap back around to it.
I had an idea for a scene, but I don't think I need it.
Okay. Oh,
Also,
found the clip. All right.
Also, maybe if you question me, this is my reaction.
Bye. Okay. Save this GIF. This is a useful one. Just
I save it for a reason.
goodbye. All right.
Like,
well, that sounds like that's the end of the job. Only 3 legs went pretty well. I mean, the job went pretty well. You guys got your asses kicked in negotiation, but you know where the money goes. So we'll bring it back around next time. There'll be another job in the option.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, obviously, if you guys want to try and do skills, we can do that as well.
Who knows? Might be interesting to try one.
It might
Maybe the
Yeah,
ref's
main
probably
thing is
able to
just,
push or something.
having making sure you got the hall filled up. Definitely want to make sure you probably got. I know even he only has one hall. You probably want to make sure that you've got Baron with you, just so you can carry more shit.
Yeah.
Make sure we have a sled or two.
Actually, I'm very glad that maybe Baron was winning because I'm pretty sure once he saw that helicopter, he was like, "I'm gone." Just like.
Yeah, see, that would have
He
been
would've been
like
a liability,
the
honestly.
weighing the thing against would have been like his instinct would be to not do that, probably.
We all fucking left him and
I
like
have his
no.
other. Let's see. He does have secure the future though, so there was a kid there. He could probably make that work out.
He probably would have ran for the people in the cart instead of fighting the dudes.
That's true. That would make much more sense. Try to get them to cover or help them out. But yeah, okay, all right.
All right.
That'll be the sesh. We'll be seeing you guys next time.
Ooh.
Thank you for
Don't forget to
joining
like,
us.
comment, and subscribe.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.